North Knox Tonight, an in-depth look of what's going on in North Knox Warrior sports. Live from the Bicknell McDonald's, here's the voice of the Warriors, Tom Lee.
Welcome to the Bicknell McDonald's. You are listening to North Knox Tonight Tournament Edition as we get ready to head to Rio. Coming up tomorrow night is the North Knox Warriors get ready to take on the South Spencer Rebels. Be joined by head coach Josh Chambers and a whole lot of the North Knox players back with us after a couple of weeks off. They'll be back with us. We'll be talking football coming up. We got North Knox's win over Washington a week ago. And then as they get ready for the South Spencer Rebels. We'll talk all about that and more when we return after this break. You're listening to North Knox Tonight live from the Bicknell McDonald's right here on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Honey, it's our favorite time of year, and I got you something to celebrate.
A McRib! It's just what I wanted.
Happy McRib season, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you too.
Actually, I was talking to my McRib.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave you two alone.
Celebrate McRib season with McDonald's. Enjoy the deliciously saucy McRib.
Good to see you guys here.
And only at McDonald's.
Good to have you guys here all year, by the way. Thanks a lot.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country.
Now I'm going to ask
we're
Terry a
Warrior
question.
Strong.
Okay, I may do this during the show.
Seeds, with their proven
He
yield
wears number
potential
64.
and unbeatable disease
I've got to ask,
packages,
who was the
are
best
great
64
teammates for all
after
your
him?
acres. Good luck
that ever
this year
played?
to all our athletes. Hamelman Decal is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics.
Oh, really?
See you at the
What was your
game,
number in
Warrior
high
fans.
school?
It's victory
Who's the
time.
best 73 you've seen? Do you know of anybody?
What is a real community bank? According to Webster,
All right.
real means not
Well, you can
artificial.
say who's the best lineman that you've seen
Community,
since.
a feeling of
since you
fellowship
got
from
out.
sharing common goals. And bank, a financial establishment that invests money deposited by customers and makes loans at interest.
Should we, hey,
So a
Josh,
real
should we put him on the
community
spot
bank
and
is
ask
a
him who's the
financial
best lineman
establishment
he's seen
that
since
invests
the
money
correct
and
one?
makes loans for the genuine good of the community. That's First Vincent Savings Bank, a real community bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries.
Thank you very much.
Quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed.
What was
or
that final?
100%
I didn't have my
money
sheet
back.
with me. What was
Fresh
that final
meat is cut
for
in-store
Washington game?
daily,
Was it?
and special orders on meat are available.
Now at Save a Lot.
Was it
fresh
54?
ground beef
Hey, was it
$1.99 a pound
54-22?
and fresh boneless pork loin is
Was it 54-22 last
$1.69
week?
Also 3-pound bags
Washington
of
game.
yellow onions are $1.49 and 2-liter Pepsi products are just 99 cents.
Savings are made easy at your Vincent Save a Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
And back once again, we continue right here at the Bicknell McDonald's. This is North Knox Tonight. I'm Tom Lee, Josh Chambers, and a whole lot of wild and crazy players joining us this evening. Are you guys wild and crazy tonight? Yeah, it sounds like it. 54-22, the final last week. The North Knox Warriors defeat the Washington Hatchets. Now that you've had a week to think about it, Josh, what did you think of the performance?
I thought we did a nice job just getting there and taking care of business. We didn't tackle very well for a time in that game, and I wasn't very pleased about that. There was a time there, late first quarter, second quarter. I don't really felt like we tackled as well as what we should be tackling at this point in the season. But offensively, we were able to pretty much move the ball at will. We ran a lot of our base stuff. We threw the ball a little bit. We were 6 for 9 throwing. We were able to. I guess I felt like Reese threw the ball very well in that ball game. He looked as good and as comfortable in that game as he has in the last few. So I think we just did a nice job of executing. The kids did a good job of getting there and getting started quickly and basically making sure that game was sealed by the end of the first quarter. So I think we scored 21 points in the first and 27 in the second. And we were able to get a running clock. That's exactly kind of how we felt like that game should have gone. We were physically better than them, and we needed to be sure that we didn't let them hang around, and I think the guys did a nice job of that.
Did it worry you a little bit that your defense gave up 22 points to a Washington team that's been basically offensively anemic all year?
The running back that they had gave us some issues. That's where the tackling comes in. But that kid hasn't played for about 4 weeks, 5 weeks. He's been out. So him coming in was a boost. He is a very, very elusive runner. He's a good running back. And he caused us some problems. But, you know, he scored 1 touchdown in the second half that was really, he just went untouched. I think they might have had, I don't know what the yardage was, but they had almost 0 passing and maybe 100 yards rushing in 40-some attempts. So if you look at the averages aren't really that great. So we did a nice job defending. We did a nice job of staying healthy. And we rotated a lot of guys in the ball game because we knew sectionals coming up. We were going to have to stay healthy.
You know, that's the thing. And I tell you, the kid from Washington, the running back, he reminded me a lot of Mockabee. I'm telling you what, from Boonville, the way he ran the football, I mean, those two are very similar.
Yeah, very shifty, got downhill quickly. They gave him the ball out of an eye set. We had a hard time at times, setting the edge is where he got his yards. But the biggest run he had, which is where most of his yardage come from, we actually had him bottled up, and then he reverses field, and he outruns everybody the other side of the field. So, you know, if we make the tackle, of course, he's down. He did a nice job reversing field, and it's a good thing that he's overly quick because we were there to stop it. We just couldn't catch him. So it's just one of those things that, again, we focused on fixing that because he's a very good athlete. We worked on it this week. But we weren't going to do a lot in the game because by the time that stuff happened, we were already up by 40 points. And as a team, we're just trying to, you know, offensively get the clock moving and try to get the young guys in the second half and move on to the sectional game.
You know, Cole Richter, it's good to see him be able to run the football. Of course, you mentioned his problems. He ran one series against North Davies, but it was good to see him back to relative health against Washington.
Yeah, he looked good in the ball game, carried the ball well. I think he had 3 or 4 scores. He was back to the level of play that he was before the shoulder injury. So we were happy to kind of get his feet on the ground, get him in the game, get him some carries. He had a couple opportunities to bust big runs, and they just like shoestring tackled him. So it was nice to see that quickness. He hasn't missed a step. Holtman had a good game again. So that again puts us back to where we've got all kinds of options carrying the football. Reese carried it nice. He threw it well. So we needed that health part of it and that getting kids in the game so that this Friday night when it's tournament play, everybody's on the same page and ready to go.
And speaking of Holtman Dodds, he had one really long run, and that was our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. 40, he may go. 30, 20, they're chasing him down. They're not going to get him. 10, 5, goal line, touchdown. Warrior touchdown. Holtman Dodds with a 65-yard touchdown run. A great misdirection play, Ed. They were expecting Richter, and they got Holtman Dodds coming left.
Yeah.
And that was Holtman Dodds on that misdirection play. They were expecting Cole Richter coming through the line, as you just said a second ago, but they got Holtman Dodds going off that backside. And once you get him out in the open field, and with that kind of speed and athleticism, he's hard to catch.
Yeah, Holtman does a nice job in the open field. And again, this is the second team in a row that's kind of played our weak side of our power sets in more of what I'm going to call a 2 technique, where they don't cover the center shoulder on that side. They widen him out with our guard, and we run trap very well against that front. So whether we're fullback trapping or a regular inside guard trap, that play has been, for the last 2 weeks especially, has been very big runs for us, and that was also the case on Friday night. I mean, that's just right down in the A-gap, and then Holtman did a nice job of bending it out. And by the time he gets to the second level, I'll take our running backs on a safety against about any team. So, again, nice play, nice execution. The O-line continue to move people as they have all year long. So, again, happy with where they're at. We executed very well and played good defense. We just didn't tackle well at times. And we've put a big emphasis on that, especially in the last week. That's been a thing that we have to clean up if we expect to compete in our bracket in the tournament. So our kids have done a nice job as they have all year long. They continue to come back and get better, and we're looking forward to this week's game.
Let's take a look at the last 5 or 6 minutes of this segment, as we'll talk about South Spencer in the next segment exclusively. But you take a look at the season that's passed. Now the tournament starts. Did this season go pretty much the way that you expected it to be at 6-3?
You know, we've had a couple opportunities in the game or in the season here to be better than 6-3. I don't ever throw a number at anybody at the start of the year. I'm not a numbers guy in terms of that. Here's what I tell my kids. If you show up and you do it the way you're capable of doing it, we're going to have a chance to win every game we've played. And I think if you look back at the year, we've had a chance to win every game we've played. There's not been one single football game that all the way down with a minute to go that we didn't have a chance to win it. So that's all you can ask out of kids.
Yeah.
As long as your kids are there and they're doing those things, you're going to have a chance to win. And these guys continue to do that. I don't expect it to be any different going forward.
Now, let me document that, by the way. You had the ball, the chance to tie against Sullivan. You had the ball, the chance to tie against Vincennes Lincoln, and you were one touchdown with Linton with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, we had a chance in every one of those ball games to go down, and we had multiple opportunities in those ball games. We turned the ball over in the red zone against Sullivan. We kind of in our blocking scheme, the wheels fell off a little bit against Vincennes, but we played good defense. 12-6 game. I mean, that's just exactly what it is. It's 12-6. We had a touchdown pass taken back. We had several opportunities.
Yeah.
So, and then the Linton game again. In the second half of that ball game, nobody moves the ball, not them, not us, until their score with a minute left or whatever it was. And we had ample opportunities there again to convert points. So. You got to look at it like this. These are all very good football teams. We're a very good football team. So we're going to have a chance week in and week out to compete, to win, to put our kids in the right position, for them to put themselves in the right position. All we have to do now is, in a tough ball game, convert points. And we have to continue to tackle better no matter what.
Was there an eye-opener moment of this season? If I had to put it on my opinion, the eye-opener game was that win over Boonville when you went down there and won on their homecoming, and I think that gave you a lot of confidence of what this season could be. Do you have an eye-opener moment?
Actually, for me, the eye-opener moment would have been last season, the second round of the sectional, when we ran the ball all over one of the best teams in the state. Okay, so we're into that South Spencer game. And realistically speaking, they didn't really stop us much. We turned the ball over once, and we had about a 4th and a yard that we were maybe an inch short on. If we convert those are the only 2 stops in that ball game that they had. That's where the turn was.
You mean the Southridge game?
Yeah, the Southridge game. So in that ball game last year, I think our kids started to realize, okay, he's not been lying to us all this time. We can move the ball against anybody. We just got to knuckle up and do it. So you go into summer and we work on all the stuff. We go to a couple scrimmages, one in Salem, one at West Washington. We're playing a lot of bigger schools, and we had a lot of success. So for me with these guys, it was never physical. These guys are physical. They get after people. They're athletic. We have constantly worked on the stuff between the years to where when we get into this situation like it is in the postseason, they're comfortable. And I think that this football season for us, playing the schedule, going and beating a Boonville team, losing a tight one to Sullivan the first game, going and beating a Boonville team, playing Vincennes tough, playing Linton tough, all those things teach you something about yourself. Did we win them? No. But do you have confidence in the game after you watch film and said, well, we probably should have? Yeah. So that's what this is. It's all a process. It's just like climbing stairs. Your goal is, by the time you get to where we're at in the season, you've learned from all your mistakes and you're standing at the top of the staircase at the end. So I think that these guys are there. Now all we have to do tomorrow night is execute that. Long bus ride and all that, but still the point of that is these kids have put into work. They have learned from all their mistakes. Now it's time to go there and turn that into us being able to compete in the sectional.
Now, one thing I wanted to mention, we got about 2 or 3 minutes left in this segment. You know, it seems like this year that every time you've lost somebody, it's been a blessing in disguise in a sense. You know, Cole Richter gets hurt on his shoulder, and so that forces, you know, your number 2 running back, Rhett Sharon, who even didn't play at the beginning of the season. He didn't play any against Sullivan. I don't think he played much, you know, in weeks 2 or 3, but now you get Cole Richter coming down, and you got Rhett Sharon, who's a sophomore, who steps up, and not only does he step up, for the most part, he produces.
Well, and as a coach, I'll tell you, for us, it's always a next man mentality. The train can't stop because one passenger gets off of it. So for us, Rhett was always the number 2 back this season. He's been getting those reps in practice as the number 2 guy because he knows when Cole graduates, he's the number 1 guy. So it was a seamless thing. These guys all know the offense, and so whenever Cole went down, Rhett just stepped right in, took care of business. And as a sophomore coming in, there's been some tough spots. You know, he played 90% of the Linton game, and he performed very well.
Yeah.
Then you come into the North Davies game, he gets off the ball, he runs pretty well, and that's good because we need kids to be that way because that's how you maintain success throughout the years is your young guys come in and they do what they're supposed to do, and that's no different with Rhett.
And one more thing I wanted to mention. I think with Cole Richter going down, even a guy like Braden Hazlett played more than you thought he would as a freshman, and he stepped up and played pretty decent.
Yeah, he's had a good year as a freshman coming in carrying the ball. We're excited for him as he gets older to have a chance to play. And again, these kids, we all expect them to perform. They're well-built kids. They're athletic. We're excited for what the future is going to hold for them.
When we come back, we're going to talk a bit about the North Knox injury report. We talked about Cole Richter, but we've also got some other kids who are kind of working their way into shape getting into the tournament, and we'll talk South Spencer. We'll do all that coming up after this break. You're listening to North Knox Tonight, live from the Bicknell McDonald's right here on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This month, we want you to be able to drive home in the newer pre-owned vehicle that you have been looking at. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we have you covered with the best finance department in the area. We strive for 100% approval with little or no money down to get you in a reliable vehicle for a payment that you can afford. Don't go anywhere else. Come see us today and put us to the test. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincennes.
You still have time to apply and enroll at Ivy Tech Community College. Classes start October 28th, and there are scholarships available to help you pay for school. Ivy Tech can help you earn your degree and start an in-demand career in 2 years or less. You can also save thousands towards a bachelor's degree by transferring your credits. Apply online at ivytech.edu/apply now, or stop by Ivy Tech Terre Haute at 8000 South Education Drive.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
Honey, it's our favorite time of year, and I got you something to celebrate.
A McRib! It's just what I wanted.
Happy McRib season, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you too.
Actually, I was talking to my McRib.
Oh, okay, well, I'll leave you two alone.
Celebrate McRib season with McDonald's. Enjoy the deliciously saucy McRib, only for a limited time and only at McDonald's. At participating McDonald's.
And we are back here at the Bicknell McDonald's. Great to have you with us, along with head coach Josh Chambers. I'm Tom Lee, along with a lot of different players. By the way, my producer said that you guys weren't loud enough the first time whenever we did that thing. We only got a few of you, so just wanted to let you know that. Anyway, so once again, before we get into talking about South Spencer, let's talk about the injury update. We talked a lot about Cole Richter and his coming back. But how about the other kids? Matt Urbane first on the list, and some of the other kids who have been injured. Are they back and ready?
Yep, everybody's back. Matt and Levi are back. The only one is still out, which is Page. He tore his ACL in week 3, so he won't be back till next year. Everybody else is a full load, which is exactly what we need going into the tournament. So they've got a good week of practice. We've worked through all that. Everybody's ready to play.
You know, Trevor Carre is right next to us, and you know, I got to say the Eclipse Festival is going to be in 2024, but this is the human eclipse right here. I mean, you put it right in front of something, and it'll block the sun. He was whispering to you, and I didn't know what he was whispering. That's all I wanted to know.
I didn't either.
Anyway, sectional play coming up, and that'll be tomorrow night. So. It is the South Spencer Rebels coming up, and Coach Chambers, you talk about the Rebels' 1 win on the season. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect tomorrow night going into Rio.
I think the record's a little deceiving. They have a decent offensive system. They have a really good head football coach, and they have some athletes. They have struggled at times to execute and generate points. Defensively, teams have been able to run the ball against them, which works out into our favor. We need to be sure that we get after them early. But there are also things here. We're driving 2 hours to play. We need to be focused when we get there. That's a good thing, though. We have a very veteran team, so these kids will understand that part of it. My biggest thing for us is that we show up and we are mentally ready to execute the game plan. If we do that, I like our chances against anybody we're going to play. It's because our kids have put in the time. They have the physical abilities. They are, when it comes to our ground and pound run game, when it starts getting cold out and the weather starts turning, our kids are going to continue to move people. It is very hard to commit in a football game to stopping the amount of downhill force that our kids are able to put out. And not to mention on the other side of that is, we have added the dimension of a decent passing game. Yeah. So we throw the ball pretty well, especially the last few weeks. We've been averaging 100 yards throwing a game along with 250 yards rushing a game. So that has been a very great dimension to this football team, and we again expect our kids to continue to build upon that. So with South Spencer, they're well coached. They have a nice system. We're going to have to play good defense and tackle. We really need to limit their big play potential, and they do have a couple of nice receivers. So we need to be sure that we're getting after those kids and limiting their ability to get the ball downfield. And then it always helps if you can create a couple turnovers. And for us offensively, we need to control the ball, and we need to be sure that we are scoring points, especially when we get it down inside the red zone and we have those opportunities.
One thing, and I want to take a look at what Reese has done this year. Reese Hamelman at quarterback, 57 of 107, 53% completion average, 97 yards passing per game. But the key thing, 873 yards. He's got the chance to be the first quarterback in maybe 10 or 12 years to throw for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit to the kids up front for blocking. And the kids that are catching the ball, we typically have pretty decent yards after the catch. So we catch the ball, he delivers it with time, and then we get the ball moved upfield. So we need to continue to build upon that, and be sure that we are always a team that you have to defend at both levels. And if we do that, we're going to be just fine.
Now, Cole Richter is down to just over 100 yards per game. I mean, if you were to take away the fact he only had one series against North Davies, it'd probably be closer to about 120, 130 yards per game. But then you look at Holtman Dodds up to about 70 per game. And then Rhett Sharon, with the work that he has had lately, is up to about 52, 53 yards per game. But you look at average per carry. I mean, Holtman Dodds at 11.7, Cole Richter at 7 per, and Rhett Sharon at 8.5. So you got some guys that are gashing teams.
Yeah, our yards per carry is very high, and that's, again, you got to give that credit to our O-line, and then credit for, our rule for our backs is you got to beat the first person that shows up. That's your rule. If that first person's a safety, it's your responsibility as the ball carrier to beat him. And all these kids have done a fantastic job. Now, there have been a few situations where Cole's not in the ball game. 2 quarters against Eastern Green, 2 quarters against North Central, 2 quarters against Tecumseh. Yeah. So there are several games there to where our one backs are out by the second half, and it gives everybody else a chance. So, but still at the end of all this, Cole's had a fantastic season. Holtman's had a great season. All these guys that we've gotten in the game that have carried the ball have had great seasons. And you really got to hang that on the fact that our offensive line moves people. There's not one football game we've played where I feel like that we are just out physicaled. Our offensive line gets off of the football, and when they get off of the football, they have in mind to move somebody out of the way so we can run the ball. And that's just, again, a testament to what these kids are all about.
Maybe a slight weakness, if there is a slight weakness, I would say it would be rushing the quarterback in passing situations. You mentioned South Spencer as a team that likes to pass the ball. Bo Nolan has 7 sacks on the season, but nobody else has more than 1.5. Has that been kind of a little bit of a worry, getting pressure on the quarterback?
No, because if you watch games, the quarterback's running all over the place. Just because you're not sacking him doesn't mean you're not affecting him. So in a lot of these ball games, that kid's running for his life, and he's all over the place, and that caused him to throw the ball out of time. Because once he breaks the pocket and he tucks it away, that's not a sack anymore. So if you look at Troy Nolan's tackles for loss, those are probably in the same category.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. We've gotten after the passer better this year than we have probably in any year that I've been the head coach. Our defensive tackles do a good job of defending the inside run lanes, and both of our defensive ends have done a nice job of getting after the quarterback. So even if the quarterback is not taking a sack, he's been running for his life a lot this year. So that's what I look at is are we letting him just camp out back there and throw the ball? And I will tell you right now, in all the film that we watched, no, he is not just standing back there with 6 seconds to throw it. He's got about 2.5, and he'd better be rolling one way or the other, or we'll have a kid in his lap.
Now, another key to this team that nobody really talks about a whole lot so far is Troy Nolan having a great senior season punting the football, over a 40-yard average right now. That's got to be one of the best in North Knox history.
Troy has been a tremendous weapon when it comes to special teams and punting the football. In the Linton game where we're punting a little bit, and the Vincent's game, there are several times there that he just flips the field with his leg. He gets up there and he kicks a 44, 45-yard kick, and a couple of those instances a 50-yard kick. You're really talking about a major weapon that really benefits the defense. I wish as an offensive team we weren't punting, but when you have that weapon, it is very beneficial for the team when you talk about his ability to flip the field. So yeah, that's a major weapon.
And let's talk a little bit now quickly about South Spencer. You talk about them as a passing team. They have a couple of receivers. What kind of an offense are you be looking at?
They run a little bit of a mixed downhill ISO run, all out of shotgun. And then they're going to run a little bit of spread. In the early part of this football season, they were more spread than they were run. Now that it's gotten towards the end of the season, they've converted more to having a fullback and running a little bit more of a power run game. They leave the fullback to help block a little bit. They run a really nice rocket screen play. They run very good routes, and their 4 wide receivers that they run on the field do a fantastic job of catching the football. So we need to be sure as players we are there if they do complete a pass to make a big tackle, to knock the ball out of there, to be sure that we are giving the offense the ball back in every possession.
And on defense, are you going to be looking at a big front again, do you think?
Sorry?
You're going to be looking at a big front again, do you think, like 5-6 men up front?
Oh, I would assume against us, they're going to put as many in the box as they can. The good thing is we've thrown the ball enough, we've kept everybody in cover 3. So that means you can only put 8 up there, because they've had to leave 3 DBs back because we've thrown the ball so well. So if the wind's not blowing tomorrow night and it's not real rainy, I would expect that they're going to have to leave 3 defensive backs on the field because we've thrown the ball 10 to 12 times a game. If you're not going to defend those guys, you're essentially saying, all right, we could give up an 80-yard touchdown at any minute if you don't leave a DB on the field. So we kind of, I think offensively, we put teams in a little bit of a bind that way because you want to play 11 in the box, but it takes a pretty special corner to play the edge and also play the pass. That's just a tough kid to find. And so for us, I think that, there'll be either a 5-3 or a 6-2, realistically speaking. But either way, I think they'll leave 3 DBs on the field.
All right, a couple of more things here. Number one, has this been kind of the mantra of the week, is to win your way back home?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody in the whole world, if they're playing in a tournament that has a chance to win a game and play the next couple at home, is probably really trying to do that. I've not met a kid in my life that was competitive and was okay with losing a game anyways. So wherever we play, whatever we're doing, these guys are going to be playing to win. We would love to win tomorrow night and get a chance to play a home game in the tournament in the second week of the tournament.
And final question for you now. Your key, who or what is the big key to tomorrow night?
It's execution. We need to show up and be physical from the start and be sure that we make whatever team we play our style of football physically. Because I think that there's times with modern football especially that being real physical and downhill isn't everybody's strength. We've played a whole bunch of spread teams that want to move the ball left and right. North Davies did that against us, and we got them in negative yardage very quickly. So we're a downhill run team. We do not have very many negative offensive plays. So we're going to run the ball downhill. We're going to force you to defend the power run game. And if South Spencer is able to do that, it'll be a really good football game.
All right, so again, that's 7:30 tomorrow night, by the way. That'll be in Rio at South Spencer High School. Have it for you. Pre-game show around 7:10 right here on 105.7 The Right, WUZR.com from South Spencer High School. All right, let's get everybody in. It looks like the natives are kind of restless because I think they got school tomorrow, although probably nobody's going to be thinking about school, I would guess. But anyway, all right, let's get everybody in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead on the count of 3. Are you going to win your way back home next week? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah! Bingo!
All right. 7:30 tomorrow night, 7:15 with the pregame show. Come on in and join us. It's going to be a great evening of football. I want to thank you very much to Erica Pitcock, our great producer. Have yourself a great evening. And until next time, we join you. And then we'll be, if North Knox wins Friday night, we'll be back next Thursday here. So again, if North Knox wins, we'll be back next Thursday evening here at the Bicknell McDonald's. Have yourself a great evening. See you 24 hours from now. Until next time, this has been North Knox Tonight, live from the Bicknell McDonald's on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR.com.
Angel you've been looking for. Now the voice of the Warriors, Tom Lee.
Everyone, and welcome to South Spencer High School, where tonight the North Knox Warriors get ready to take on the South Spencer Rebels. Along with Ed Elliott, I'm Tom Lee. Ed, North Knox coming in at 6-3 on the season, taking on a Rebels team that's been struggling this year at 1-8.
Yeah, Tom. I mean, South Spencer, they one win. They've got really a young team. Looks like I counted them off their roster for the tournament here. They had 18 freshmen and 8 sophomores. So they've got a big underclass coming up, and I think that's what they're hoping for in the future.
We'll be back to talk with head coach Josh Chambers about tonight's game in 2 minutes. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football right here on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Irrigation is not one size fits all. Turn to the irrigation professionals at Ileana Irrigation, your local Reinke dealer, for the customized irrigation solution you need to improve your yields and increase your profits. With various pipe choices, sizes, and span lengths at their disposal, Ileana Irrigation can design, install, and service a durable Reinke pivot to fit any field and any budget. Call Ileana Irrigation today to learn how a customized Reinke irrigation system can benefit your farming operation. Reinke, more right than rain, and Ileana Irrigation, your local irrigation experts.
A well-known Bicknell dentist is back and ready to serve you. Dr. Stephen K. Williams is accepting new and return patients at his office on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Dr. Williams wants to help you have your best smile. With decades of experience, he will help you just like he's helped me. I'm proud to call Dr. Stephen Williams my dentist and hope you will too. Dr. Stephen Williams back in Bicknell and waiting to serve you. Call 812-735-2020.
You still have time to apply and enroll at Ivy Tech Community College. Classes start October 28th, and there are scholarships available to help you pay for school. Ivy Tech can help you earn your degree and start an in-demand career in 2 years or less. You can also save thousands towards a bachelor's degree by transferring your credits. Apply online at ivytech.edu/apply now, or stop by Ivy Tech Terre Haute at 8000 South Education Drive.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Fresh meat is cut in-store daily, and special orders on meat are available.
Now at Save a Lot, fresh ground beef is $1.99 a pound, and fresh boneless pork loin is $1.69 a pound. Also, 3-pound bags of yellow onions are $1.49, and 2-liter Pepsi products are just 99 cents.
Savings are made easy at your Vincent Save a Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
Back once again here at South Spencer High School, about 10 minutes away from getting started tonight. The North Knox Warriors and the South Spencer Rebels. I had a chance earlier to talk to head coach Josh Chambers about tonight's game. It is the South Spencer Rebels coming up, and Coach Chambers, you talk about the Rebels' one win on the season. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect tomorrow night going into Rio.
I think the record's a little deceiving. They have a decent offensive system. They have a really good head football coach. And they have some athletes. They have struggled at times to execute and generate points. Defensively, teams have been able to run the ball against them, which works out into our favor. We need to be sure that we get after them early. But there are also things here. We're driving 2 hours to play. We need to be focused when we get there. That's a good thing, though. We have a very veteran team. So these kids will understand that part of it. My biggest thing for us is that we show up and we are mentally ready to execute the game plan. If we do that, I like our chances against anybody we're going to play. It's because our kids have put in the time. They have the physical abilities. They are, when it comes to our ground and pound run game, when it starts getting cold out and the weather starts turning, our kids are going to continue to move people. It is very hard to commit in a football game to stopping the amount of downhill force that our kids are able to put out. And not to mention on the other side of that is we have added the dimension of a decent passing game. Yeah. So we throw the ball pretty well, especially the last few weeks. We've been averaging 100 yards throwing a game along with 250 yards rushing a game. So that has been a very great dimension to this football team, and we again expect our kids to continue to build upon that. So with South Spencer, they're well coached. They have a nice system. We're going to have to play good defense and tackle. We really need to limit their big play potential, and they do have a couple of nice receivers. So we need to be sure that we're getting after those kids and limiting their ability to get the ball downfield. And then it always helps if you can create a couple turnovers. And for us offensively, we need to control the ball, and we need to be sure that we are scoring points, especially when we get it down inside the red zone and we have those opportunities.
One thing, and I want to take a look at what Reese has done this year. Reese Hamilman at quarterback, 57 of 107, 53% completion average, 97 yards passing per game. But the key thing, 873 yards. He's got the chance to be the first quarterback in maybe 10 or 12 years to throw for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit to the kids up front for blocking, and the kids that are catching the ball. We typically have pretty decent yards after the catch. So we catch the ball, he delivers it with time, and then we get the ball moved upfield. So we need to continue to build upon that, and be sure that we are always a team that you have to defend at both levels. And if we do that, we're going to be just fine.
That is head coach Josh Chambers talking about tonight's game. Now it's time for Ed Elliott to weigh in with tonight's Duesenberg-Frederick game plan to victory.
All right, Tom, when we talk about this game, and Coach mentioned several things that are key, I believe that North Knox is going to have a mistake-free game. The one thing that'll let a underdog team in the game is if you make mistakes, fumbles, interceptions, things of that nature. And second, I believe it's going to be so critical for the defensive line to put pressure on the quarterback and for those defensive ends not to allow the big outside play. A good game plan is about preparation. Help your loved ones be prepared now with a pre-need funeral plan from Duesenberg-Frederick Funeral Homes with locations in Vincennes and Bicknell.
Let's go and take a look at the starting lineups presented by Save-A-Lot. Start saving up to 40% at Save-A-Lot, 15th and Willow in Vincennes. For South Spencer, their quarterback will be Kobe Bartlett. They will start 4 wide receivers. They'll include Devin Hughes, Jackson Roth, also Will Madison, and Ashton Tyndall as well. The running back will be Brendan Moore. Their offensive line includes Cameron Wigand, Sawyer Young, Jared Light Antry, Keith Olmstead, and Jed Ampus. For the North Knox Warriors, they'll go like this. The quarterback will be Reese Hamilton. He is 6 foot, 170 and a junior. And his running back, Cole Richter, back in the lineup again full-time now, 5'7", 160 and a senior. Zach Boyles, the fullback, 5'11", 170 and a junior. The 2 tight ends, Troy Nolan, 6'1", 190 and a senior. And Matt Urbane, who's back in the lineup tonight, 6 foot, 160 and a senior. The offensive line has been the cornerstone of North Knox's offense all year. Trey Keller at 6 foot, 240 and a senior at center. Guards Jackson Stroud, 6 foot, 215 and a senior. Also, Ben Burke at 5'11", 260 and a senior. And then the tackles include Ethan Haig at 6'2", 225 and a senior. And Big Trevor Carr, 6'7", 310 and a senior. Josh Chambers, the head coach of the North Knox Warriors. And when you take a look at this game, you look at the field, and right now it really looks like it's been through the wars. I mean, it is absolutely brown all the way from end line to end line.
Yeah, it looks like it's not torn up. It looks pretty smooth, Tom, but I think without a lot of rain recently that you tell me we're going to make up for tomorrow, but without a lot of rain, the field's probably going to be pretty hard, fast track for North Knox runners.
Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other games going on around the area. That is our Yoakum Chrysler Dodge scoreboard update. Score with a good deal from Yoakum Chrysler Dodge, located just off Hart Street in Vincennes. In the sectional 40 tonight, this game, the bottom of the bracket. The other game going on, Tell City at Forest Park. Ed, last week the Rangers beat the Tell City Marksmen by a 14-0 score to put both teams at 5-4, and they turn around and play each other this week.
Oh man, I tell you what, that is tough to beat a team, 2 games in a row, and I think that'll be. I think it'll probably be a toss-up.
North Posey will travel to Linton to Roy Williams Field to take on the 8-1 Linton Miners, and at Evansville Mater Dei at Crawford County tonight, and possibly one of the, I hate to say one of the biggest mismatches in the state, but I have to. I mean, it just, you look at it and that's the way it is. Evansville Mater Dei, a lot of people think that this team could be at Lucas Oil Stadium coming up a couple of days after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, is that kind of like the comparison between Houston and Washington?
Something like that. Sectional 30, by the way, Vincent's Lincoln already playing. They're taking on Sullivan, Ed. That's going to be a very even game between those two this evening.
Yeah, it could definitely go either way in that ball game. I think that's another real toss-up.
Other games going on: Edgewood at Washington, Princeton at Owen Valley, Brown County at Pike Central. Again, that is in 3A Sectional 30. So those are the two major sectionals that we are kind of targeting in on as we get ready. And then the team's captain's going to come to the middle of the field. And Ed, North Knox at 6-3, probably their best record, I believe, since 2015.
Well, regardless, I think this is probably the best team. And they've got a lot of experience. Coach alluded to it in your interview that they are ready for just about anything a team could throw at them. And they've been able to several times adjust. And in this case, it looks like North Knox is going to have a chance to go on offense first.
Yeah, they won the toss and they elected to receive. They want to get their offense on the field first. And it looks like that there's a little bit of a wind, not a big one, maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour blowing downfield. And South Spencer is going to have the wind first in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, and it's really almost a perfect night as far as temperature is concerned. And this is going to be it's going to be a game where we'll see which team. These teams don't, face each other or play many common opponents during the season.
Yeah.
And that means they just don't know each other until they get out there and start playing.
Southwest Conference versus the PAC. Ed, we're about ready to kick this game off.
Yeah, Tom, it's time for the Ivy Tech kickoff. It's Ivy Tech with campuses in Terre Haute, Princeton, and Evansville. The next set of classes start October 28th. Go online to ivytech.edu for more information. And now, with all the play-by-play of this kickoff and the remainder of the game, the legend in his own mind, Tom Lee.
And a kicker named Lucky. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Lucky Kirchgessner will be kicking it off for the South Spencer Rebels. One man way back for the North Knox Warriors, and that will be Troy Nolan. A couple of men up for the Warriors. Rhett Sharon up there, and it looks like also Holton and Dote. So.
Well, you've got to watch out in a game like this, Tom. They may do some trick things, may do some onside kicks when you wouldn't expect it. So North Knox has got to be ready for anything.
And he did kick it to the left
looks
side,
like
and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Warriors will have it at the 35 to start things out. So Kirchgessner kicked it out.
Yes, I don't think they wanted North Knox to run it back.
So Kirchgessner kicked it out of bounds. Warriors will have it at the 35-yard line. They were kicking it over to that side that Rhett Sharon was on, but it went out of play. So the Warriors will have it at the 35-yard line to start things out 1st and 10. North Knox coming in 6-3 on the season. South Spencer kind of a banged up 1-8, but they say they've got their whole team healthy. North Knox in a tight formation to kick things off. Reese Hammelman in there along with Cole Richter. And off Cole up the middle. He's going to get a couple of yards. He got about 3. And North Knox, every time they've played it, they've started with that same thing, and that is kind of an off-tackle play, and he didn't even get that. He got 1. Second down and 9.
You see, as they have the biggest lineman on either team, at the gentleman number 77, he's 385 pounds, Tom. That's kind of a small mountain to move.
That's a load to push. I'm telling you, second down, here's Reese. Again, tight formation, second down and 9. Holtman Dode's in motion. He's going to hand it off the middle. Rector this time. He's going to go through. He's going to get hit and stood up, and he may have gotten about another yard, no more than that.
Yeah, Tom, you look at the situation where North Knox, they are going to pack it in. They've got their players. It looks like last set they had 6 players on the line of scrimmage, Tom. And I think they're playing tight to the inside. This could be a good situation for play action.
Third down and 7. Here's Reese. Hamelman going to hand it outside Holtman. Dode's going to try to turn it out. He will. He's got the first down and more down the sideline. 40. He's got one man to beat. 30. He may go. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Warrior touchdown. Holtman Dodes took that ball around that left side with big Trevor Curry in the front, and the Warriors take the lead on a 62-yard touchdown run by Holtman Dodes.
Yeah, that was really good. They got to the outside. You could see South Spencer, they were going to stop any kind of inside game, but then North Knox able to get to the outside.
So at 10:43 left to go in the opening quarter, the North Knox Warriors get stopped on 2 runs inside. They go outside, and all of a sudden they lead the game. So they will go for
on the field.
2. He's going to throw it to the middle, and it's in. Point conversion. He got it to Holtman Dodes, so the pass is successful. So the Warriors take an 8-0 lead. So the Warriors had just like that within the first minute. They couldn't do anything inside. They didn't make much of a dent there, so they went outside with Holtman Dodes, kind of like what they did at Boonville, and it was successful. They lead 8-0.
Yeah, that's you've got to respect North Knox, the speed that they bring to the table.
And Holtman Dodes able to use that athleticism around the left side. And boy, I tell you what, he used a good, Trevor Curry really did a good job of sealing off in the middle, and that gave Dodes a lot of room on that sideline, and nobody could catch him.
Now, here's where we've seen North Knox have some problems in the past with the
special
coverage on the kickoffs.
Couple of men back for South Spencer. And the kick going to go right down the middle of the field. It's going to be picked up about the 15, 20, 25 up the middle. And he'll get hit and go down.
A little past the 40.
So I passed the 40-yard line. So a nice run back. So again, just went right up the middle that time. So right at the 40-yard line, Brendan Moore picked that up and took it out to the 40. So South Spencer with good yardage position. Warriors are able to score from their 35, a 65-yard drive in about 2 minutes.
They've got great field position to start the game.
So we'll see what South Spencer can do here. Shotgun formation, and he's going to hand it off up the middle again. Not that time, boy. He got hit, and he brought down, and Dylan Wolf just wrapped him up.
Yeah.
So I believe Brendan Moore, the one who took it. Kobe Bartlett, by the way, the quarterback, and Moore got wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage by Dylan Wolf. Second down. Hit with a head of steam, but boy, you're not going to move Dylan Wolf that easy. Second down. Bartlett man in motion coming across right. Bartlett rolls right. He's going to look to throw. He's going to go left. He's going to get away from Noland. He's going to go hit. He's going to get hit and brought down. Back up to the 36-yard line and the sack that time. Well, I tell you what, man, Bo Noland got him flushed down, and Troy Noland, his brother, finished the job.
Yeah, that's and I mentioned earlier, Tom, about the speed that North Knox brings to the table, both offensively and defensively, that you've got to make a decision pretty quick or you're going to be in trouble if you're on the offense.
Back at the 37, third down and 13. Bartlett on third down, back to throw. He's going to look. He's got some time. Now he's going to throw it downfield long, and he's going to get incomplete.
Yeah.
Had 2 players in that area that time. He was looking for his intended receiver right down the middle of the field. He couldn't hit him. It'll be fourth down on punt coming up.
Don't know what the flag is here, Tom. Penalty.
We'll see what the flag is. If it's on South Spencer, I'm sure they'll decline. We'll find out. And they're going to pick it up.
No flag. So.
They're going to pick it up.
Yeah.
By the way, the intended receiver.
Number 23, I think.
Was
Tom.
it 23 or 21?
Yeah. Well, it could have been either one of them.
But 23 is Ashton.
He was closer to it.
So Ashton Tyndall. Okay, so we'll say Tyndall on that one. It'll be fourth down. They'll be forced to kick it away. And the kick, not a real good one. That was blocked. And the Warriors going to pick it up and fall on it at the 43. Boy, that was a gutsy move. But Holtman Dodes did it, and he got it to the 43. That ball was partially blocked. You're right.
Well, I think he was afraid, Tom, it was going to be a roll. It'd get a big roll if he didn't stop it.
So the punter, I thought was Olmstead. It isn't. It was number 12, I believe. So the Warriors will have it. Again, I'm looking down the numbers I'm trying to figure out what's what.
Yeah,
that was Nathan Hurt.
There is no order.
That was Nathan Hurt, by the way, the freshman. Here's Reese. Hamelman going to keep it himself. He's going to roll outside. He's going to string it out, flag down. He's going to get the first down and more down the sideline at the 40, and it probably will be a holding.
Yeah, my guess.
The play came as he was turning up field, and the flag came down about the 40-yard line, so about 3 yards behind the play.
It was way to the outside. It was way over close to the North Knox sideline, and we'll see what the penalty is all about here.
So the referee coming over.
North Knox is backing up, so looks like it's going to be against them.
Oh, it's going to be a legal procedure. So a 5-yard penalty. Could have been a 10, it was a 5. So they'll move it back.
Yeah, 5
legal
yards.
Procedure. Move it back to the 37. So from the 42 to the 37. 1st and 15. One thing about it, they got hash markers in the middle, Ed, but they're not real visible with that brown grass.
Right.
Here's Hamelman. 1st and 10, Reese. Cole Richter outside. He's going to look to turn. He gets it up. 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Turns 45, 50. Down the middle of the field. He's going to stay on his feet into South Spencer territory. He got the first down.
Close. It's going to be close.
I think he may have got it where
he
he got it. Yes, he did. About a 16-yard gain. So the first down for the Warriors. And Cole Richter at that time, Ed, started outside, came inside, and got some good yardage.
Yeah, that was excellent blocking.
Actually, no, they're going to call it just short. 2nd and 1. He needed 15. He got 14. So he got 14 yards. He needed 15. 2nd and 1.
Well, the one official marked it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
47-yard line of South Spencer. Reese hands it off up the middle. Richter Cole got the first down and more. He's going to go forward past the 45 down about the 42. So that time now the Warriors do get the first down. And it'll be 1st and 10 Warriors on the South Spencer 42. They lead 8-0. 8:32 left to go in the opening quarter. Warrior offensive line right now, Ed, is doing what it wants to.
Well, they've done a nice job. Every game we've seen them play, except for 1 or 2, that they do execute the plays well.
So 1st down and 10 for the Warriors. They got it about to 43. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman. Hands off. No, he's got to keep it himself. He's got some yardage, 35-yard line to go forward to about the 33. So a nice run that time, a design quarterback draw by Reese Hamelman. I think it was one where he had the option of handing off or keeping it. He kept it, and he got about 8 yards, 2nd and short. Ball inside the 35 at the 34. So the Warriors not throwing. They haven't had to.
No, this sets up really well at some point, play action pass, but they don't need to do it, so why do it?
Here's Reese, 2nd down and 2. Hamelman hands it off. It's going to be an inside handoff. Dode's holding it up the middle, and he's going to get down to about the 30 and look like he got the first down.
It's going to be a little bit short, I'm afraid.
Well, we'll see where they have it.
They've got it
backward.
Well, let's see.
We'll see where they put it. It will be right near the first down marker. It should be a first down. We'll see. Are they going to measure?
No, I don't think so.
Nope, it's going to be short. 3rd and 1. 3rd and less than 1.
Yeah.
At the 32-yard line.
Now they're going to time out here to
measure.
Look at it. They're going to look at it a little bit closer, I think.
They may measure. We'll find out.
First down.
Okay, they gave him a first down. All right, 2nd and first down for the Warriors. Inching closer to the red zone. They lead at 8-0 on a 63-yard run by Holtman Dodes. 1st and 10 at the 32. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman. And a whistle.
Yeah.
And that will be a dead ball offside on South Spencer. So give them 5 more.
Yeah, it makes that 1st and 5.
So the Warriors, they'll move that thing forward to the 27.
But you know, Tom, South Spencer, they know they've got to put pressure right at the snap. They cannot let North Knox make contact with them first, and that's what they're trying to do.
1st and 5 Warriors. They've got it up to 27. Here's Reese Hamelman with Richter beside him, and after he's come back to throw this time, he's going to look, fires it toward the end zone. Got a man open, caught, touchdown, Warrior touchdown. Holtman Dodds pulls it in. His second pass catch, that one a 27-yarder. So Holtman Dodds with his second touchdown. And Ed, you mentioned that play action pass. Holtman was wide open.
Yeah, that was a nice play and well executed. Good protection by the offensive line. He had plenty of time to set up and throw exactly when he wanted to.
So the North Knox Warriors put up 6 more. It's 14-0. They'll go for a single. Holtman Dodds going to try to kick the extra point. The snap is up. The kick looks good that time, and it is good. Took them a while to say it.
Were they voting down there to see if it was good or not?
But it did go through. So
yeah, the officials wanted to make sure the camera was on them.
15-0. Warriors lead at 6:46 left to go in the opening period of play. And Ed, North Knox has had the ball twice, and they had one big play, and this time they was able to make another kind of a big play. They scored both times outside the red zone.
Yeah, what's happened with North Knox and how they have matured, Tom, as a team, that they're not one-dimensional. They can now throw the ball effectively.
Right.
And it just opens up so many things with your offense.
So Troy Nolan will kick it this time. Let's see what he does. He'll go down the middle. Actually, angle and sideline this time, and it's going to be inbounds right on the sideline. Nice play. He'll go outside to the 20, down the middle, 25, and he'll go down about the 30-yard line. So he did a really nice job of putting it on that sideline that time, and a good return by Brendan Moore. Moore was the guy who got it out to the 40 last time. This time he gets it out to about the 30. That is exactly what he wanted to do, but more often than not, Ed, we have seen him knock it out of bounds. This time he put it right on the marker.
I know, that was nice. Now, Brendan Moore is able to run that ball pretty good, but we'll see when he gets a pretty good tackle put on him here at some point in the game.
Brendan Moore, number 22, and I tell you what, his jersey looks more blue numbers than it does white.
Yeah, it looks like
on the back anyway.
Yeah, somebody's taking the numbers off the back.
And they're going to run at that time, and it's going to be a run. He got about maybe 5 on it or so, up to the 35. So a straight run that time out of Kobe Bartlett. Second down and 5. So second down and 5. That was just a straight quarterback run by Bartlett. We saw Goodman do that for Linton about 3 weeks ago and did it very effectively. Second down and 5. Bartlett this time with a full house backfield. Pistol formation. Going to pitch it outside.
Outside.
He's going to go in the middle. Bartlett, he breaks away from one man. He's going to be short of the first down. He got about 3.
Down, yeah.
So Brendan Moore took it got about 3
yards.
on it, maybe 4. We'll see where they put it down. It'll be third down and short. Third down and about 1. So the ball at the 39-yard line. They got to get to the 40.
Bartlett does a nice job handling the ball.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch that time out to Moore.
Yeah.
So third down. This is shotgun formation, but now with 3 men still by him. Up to Moore that time. Up the middle. He's got the first down. He's going to get it to about the 45 before he gets pushed backward. So first down for South Spencer.
Yeah, looks like he got about 5 yards on that.
So doing a good job of running the ball that time. I wonder if they're going to try to set it up for that pass play because they've had some pretty good receivers.
Well, North Knox has got to be careful, Tom, that they don't get overconfident after those 2 easy scores.
3 men in the backfield. A handoff Moore this time up the middle again, straight downhill. Got about 3. Near midfield, about the 47-yard line.
Oh, Moore's going to get a lot of work. 4 yards, yeah.
Got about 4 on that one, so second down at 6. Ball at the 49, second down at 6. So Kobe Bartlett at quarterback. 3 players next to him. Going to hand off Moore again this time. He gets away from 1 man. He got away from 2. Got the first down into North Knox territory at the 44. Went right through an arm tackle that time.
Yeah, ended up getting about 7 yards.
So Brendan Moore gets that first down in North Knox territory off to about the 44.
Well, North Knox just doesn't have an answer right now for the running game for South Spencer.
Well, what they're doing is they're putting a lineman almost as a extra back, blocking back, and it's really helping them a lot. That's Cameron Wigan that they're putting back there in the backfield. And he's going to hand off Moore this time. He's going to get outside. He's going to go forward. Oh, he got a hit that time by Matter of Bain. He got about 3 or 4, but he paid for it that time.
Yeah, it looks like he got 4 yards.
So it'll be down at the 40-yard line of North Knox. It'll be 2nd and 6. So right now the offensive line of South Spencer is starting to move North Knox a bit. Warriors lead at 15-0. 4:13 left first period. Here's Kobe Bartlett. Bartlett handoff at the middle again, this time more downhill, and he's going to get pushed backward after about a 2-yard gain. Be third down. 3:55 and counting in the first period of play. To be third down and about 3. Got about 1 yard.
Maybe 4 almost.
Actually, yeah, 4. Yeah, give him a gain of 2. 3rd down and 4. Kobe Bartlett. Man in motion coming across left. And he's going to hand it off again. That time he's going to go outside. He's got some yardage. He's going to get the first down inside the 35 to the 34.
Yeah, he got it just barely.
So down to the 34, third first down now for South Spencer. And they're making a nice drive this time down to the 34.
Yeah, I think he's coming out for a breather right now. I think he's going to get worn down, Tom.
Yeah.
North Knox put some pretty good hits on you usually.
So a new back in the backfield. So now 1st and 10. And a fumble. He's going to be picked up, though. And that time he's going to get hit. And he's got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe got a yard anyway. So I tell you what, he's able to pick up the ball, and he got some yardage.
Yeah.
So a fumbled snap, but then the ball carrier carried it forward, number 34.
Will Stewart.
So Will Stewart. Second down. And they hand off Stewart outside. Not that time. Not that time at all. He lost a couple of yards on that one. Had 2 yards earlier. He lost one of them back. 3rd down and 9. Ball sitting up about the 33-yard line of North Knox. 3rd down and 9. 2:25 left to go and counting. First period of play. 15-0 Warriors. Bartlett on 3rd down. Wide receiver, he's just going to roll out right. He looks to throw it, fires it long down the field, and it is going to be incomplete. What a break up that time on the Warriors.
It's nice defensive play by Reese Hamelman.
Well, Hamelman got back there in a hurry on Ashton Tyndall.
Yeah,
4th down.
Looked like he was somewhat playing the free safety, and he saw that coming, and he got over there. He was a little bit late, as a matter of fact. If he'd have been a little earlier, he might have been able to get it.
Well, that was great closing speed, though, on that one. 4th down and about 8.
And good height.
Yep. 4th down and 8.
That's what he needed.
Here's Bartlett, 4th down and 8. 4-down territory for the Rebels. Stewart on the right side of him this time. One back. Man in motion coming across right. Here's Bartlett looking to throw, rolling right. He'll keep it. He's going to run. He's
holding there.
And he's got the first down, it looks like.
It's going to be close.
They didn't call the hold. He ran forward down the right side. So he's just outside the red zone. And it looks like he did have the first down. So the Rebels do get it. That's their 4th first down. So they continue to run the football effectively.
Well, the way they line up in the backfield, Tom, it almost puts you in a situation where you can you develop an unbalanced line to whichever side you're wanting to.
Stewart up the middle. He's going to get hit that time. He ran right into the pile, and the pile moved him backward, right at the line of scrimmage, I believe, 2nd and 10. 1:47 to counting. I'll have to go first period. Warriors lead at 15-0. Actually got a yard or 2 on that one. 2nd down. So doing a good job of moving North Knox off the line. 2nd down.
Well, they've got some big linemen, Tom.
Yep. Bartlett going to hand it off on the middle, and that's not going to happen that time. They ran it up the middle, maybe a yard or 2. They gave it to the lineman that time, Cameron Wigand. Got a couple of yards that time, though, to be 3rd down and about 6. So 3rd and 6. Ball sitting at the right inside the 20, so technically South Spencer in the red zone for the first time. 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, Moore back in the game.
So got that little rest, so 3rd down and 6. Bartlett hands it off to Moore up the middle. Not that time. Dylan Wolf took him and he threw him backward. No gain. 4th down. So Dylan Wolf, the big bad Wolf, huffed and puffed, and the running back came tumbling down.
Yeah, let's
Brendan
see what
Moore.
the penalty's all about.
This is going to be a hold on South Spencer. They're probably going to take it, I would think. We'll find out. So they did get the hold that time, Ed, so let's see if they take it. They are. They're going to move them off 10. So that down will go over. It'll be third down and about 16. Ball sitting back at the 29. Third down and 16. 41.6 seconds left first period. 15-0 Warriors lead.
They're in certainly a pass formation here.
Here's Bartlett. He's going to look to throw it. He's going to get hit. He's going to be brought down all the way back at the 41.
Yeah, I think
that is sack number 8 for Bo Nolan.
Man, that's a heck of a play right there, Tom.
And it's going to be fourth down, and they're going to have to kick it now, Ed. Back at the 40.
There's any doubt about it.
To be fourth down at about 25 yards, and that should be the last play of the first quarter. So, Ed, the North Knox Warriors got pushed downfield, but when they had to stiffen up, they did just that.
Boy, they sure did, Tom.
That'll be the end of period number 1. 15-0 North Knox leads it. We are back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR, Bicknell, Vincennes, and WUZR.com.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This month, we want you to be able to drive home in the newer pre-owned vehicle that you have been looking at. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we have you covered with the best finance department in the area. We strive for 100% approval with little or no money down to get you in a reliable vehicle for a payment that you can afford. Don't go anywhere else. Come see us today and put us to the test. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincennes.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamilman of Hamilman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamilman Decalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Ball to 40 for South Spencer. They'll be forced to kick it away. The last time it was partially blocked. This time they will bring in their kicker, Kyle Olmstead. So last time the other freshman kicked it. This time freshman Olmstead. And North Knox has nobody back. Looks like they may be going for this one. They got a piece of the last one.
Well, I think, too, North Knox is not too worried about where they get possession of the ball. They just don't want to let something goofy happen and that they're not prepared for.
So they're going to go for it. It looks like Olmstead, the freshman, gets a good snap. He'll get it away. A low driver. It's going to bounce in. It's going to go into the end zone, I think.
Yes, it did.
And the Warriors will have it at the 20. So Olmstead's punt goes into the end zone, so the Warriors will get it at the 20-yard line, a 40-yard kick. We'll try to get some score updates here in just a couple of minutes. You know, the vagaries of still, the Warriors will have it at the 20, first and 10. They've scored both times they've had the football. They've got it now for the third time up 15-0. Here's Reese with the
two wide receivers to the left.
Hamilman going to put it up the middle this time. He's going to keep it himself. Down the sideline, 40 to the 50. Can he outrun him? 40, 30. He's going to go. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Warrior touchdown.
80 yards.
Third big play touchdown. And Ed, that was a great deception play out of Reese Hamilman.
Well, he's been doing that. He's been faking in every play. As you watch him as the season has progressed, he fakes all the time, each time that he's supposed to, and that time he kept it.
So 11:40 left to go in the second quarter of play, and Reese Hamilman has just made it now a 21-0 game pending the extra point. Holtman Dode's going to do it.
Yeah, that's one you just can't hardly plan for if you're the opponent.
So Holtman Dode, that's a slow snap. Kick is up, and that one is going to be no good. Short and a little bit to the right as well. The kick fails, but the Warriors still leading it right now by a 21-0 score.
And I think part of it is, Tom, the exchange, the catch by the receiver and getting it down to where he can kick it. The timing's just not very good.
So the Warriors going to kick it away. They've scored all 3 times they've had the football, all 3 of them. All 3 of them, by the way, big play touchdowns of over 20 yards.
Yeah.
So Nolan going to kick it away. Warriors with the win right now. They lead 21-0, 11:40 left to go in the second quarter. And that a great move right down the middle of the kick. It's going to go all the way back to about the 5-yard line to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and Nolan is going to get hit there and down about the 32.
Yeah, I think that was a situation where Jackson Rafe is the person that returned the ball.
Yep. And so the ball down, he got it out to the 34. So
yeah, did a nice job.
I said Jackson Roth. I'm not sure.
Maybe
Rafe. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
We'll check. Is it Roth? Okay,
Roth,
Jackson
yeah.
Roth. So Roth got the football at the 34. First and 10,
good.
South Spencer.
Well, they've got a passing formation again for
2 wide
South
receivers,
Spencer.
right and left.
Sides.
He's going back to throw. A little
Quick
fire
pass.
pass is going to be Roth catching it at the 39. Short gain, maybe about 4 yards. Second down, no yards after catch either. Quickly, a couple of scoreboard updates for you right now. North Central leading Rock Creek Academy 6-0. West Washington 6 Springs Valley 0. North Davies 14-8 over Eastern Green. Linton 14-0 over North Post.
3 wide receivers to the right now for South Spencer, 1 to the left.
Here's Bartlett. He's going to hand it off up the middle. That time, no doing. That time a 1-yard gain. North Knox starting to find its feet, and Brendan Moore didn't find anything.
No.
So the Warriors starting to kind of stiffen up a little bit on defense. Now it's going to be 3rd down and give about 5. Back to throw Bartlett. He's going to look. He's going to get flushed at. He's wide open, and he got the ball, but he went down, but he's short, I think. We'll find out where he placed it.
I think he got the first down.
I do, too. I think Roth got it. We'll find out where they place it, though. And it is a first down. 5th first down now for the South Spencer Rebels. A couple other scores, by the way. Winner of this one plays the winner of Forest Park versus Tell City. That's a scoreless game right now. And he's going to run it again, and he's going to get hit and brought down Bartlett. Oh boy, did he take a hit on that one. About a 3-yard gain.
Yeah.
Brown County 26, Pike Central 13, North Harrison 8, Bosse 7. Gibson Southern and Salem scoreless. Heritage Hill 7, Corydon Central nothing. And Sullivan leading Vincennes Lincoln right now 6-0. How about this? Washington over Edgewood 6-0 right now. Second down about 7. Bartlett a whistle.
Yeah, it looked like all sides.
And we'll have to find out.
I thought the player lined up off sides, the right guard.
So it is an offside on North Knox.
No, I guess it's against North Knox.
So the Warriors going to get hit with that one.
Yeah.
So that's the second penalty on the Warriors for 10 yards. So it'll be second down. It'll be second down and maybe 2. So second down and 2 for Kobe Bartlett and South Spencer. Warriors up 21-0. 3 wide receivers left this time. Bartlett going to keep it himself. Going to get outside. He's going to get some yardage. Got the first down out of bounds. Inside North Knox territory down to about the 39. So that's the 6th first down now for South Spencer. 9:33 left to go in the half. Warriors up 21-0. So at the 38-yard line, South Spencer has it. They've moved the football, but North Knox stiffened up on that last drive when they had to.
Well, their quick offense has been pretty effective for them.
Bartlett throws it in the middle. It's caught right down the middle. They're going to go for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a nice play. North Knox just didn't cover him, Tom.
So Will Madison takes that ball.
38 yards.
And takes it to the end zone. A 38-yard touchdown pass from Kobe Bartlett.
He was wide open. It wasn't even close. Somebody missed the coverage.
So 9:12 left to go in the second quarter. South Spencer on the board now. And they will look for a extra point. The kick is in the air. It's high enough, and it is long enough, and it is good. So the kick is good by Kurt Kastner, and so the South Spencer Rebels come back now within 21-7.
Well, that was a mistake I talked about, Tom. Those are the things that in a close game can be really devastating.
So the North Knox Warriors now 21-7, and they'll get kicked 2. 9:12 left to go. And Ed, we have seen that this year. That is one place where North Knox has been a little bit suspect, is in the middle of the field. And that happened against North Davies. It happened against Sullivan. It happened now. So the kickoff coming up. So lucky Kurt Kestner going to kick it away. Or Kurt Kestner. So Troy Nolan going to go back to return. So Kurt Kestner going to kick it away. Warriors lead at 21-7. 9:12 left to go in the half. They're going to try a little onside kick. And it's going to go in, and it's going to be picked up, and the South Spencer Rebels have recovered it.
What in the world do they stand there looking at it?
So South Spencer Rebels went onside, and they recover it at the North Knox 35.
Second mistake, Tom, 2 in a row for North Knox. I was really surprised that, I think it was Levi Bunny. He was there just looking at it and didn't go for the ball. I don't know what the problem was.
So the onside kick is successful. That ball died, though, in that grass. That's the other thing. And North Knox really did not react well.
They didn't go for the ball. That's maybe they haven't had it happen very often.
So back with it is South Spencer on the successful onside kick. Here's Kobe Bartlett. Bartlett going to keep it himself. He's going to get outside. He's not going to get away from Troy Nolan. He lost the yard that time. It's second down and 11. I tell you what, that may have woken North Knox up a little bit, because Troy Nolan made that tackle with authority.
Well, we'll see. It takes more than one play, because North Knox is just not, they've kind of become a little complacent here. Now let's see if they get fired back up.
Second down and 11 for Kobe Bartlett and South Spencer. Wide receivers now 3 out to the right, and he's going to roll right, look to throw. He's looking. He's going to get hit and brought down again, all the way back at the 43-yard line. That time it's Matt Urbane. So Matt Urbane got in there in a hurry and made the tackle. It'll be third down and a long way. So the ball back at the 41. Third down about 16. So the seniors have stepped up so far. Third down and 16.
Well, North Knox needs to stop it here.
Yep, absolutely. Brendan Moore in there alongside third down. Going to roll out left this time. He looks to throw, fires it, and it's going to be incomplete, I believe. Yep. It was bounced up there. You're looking for one of his wide receivers, Will Madison. He was the guy that caught the touchdown pass on that go pattern in the middle. It'll be fourth down. It looks like that South Spencer will have to punt it away.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure they will, Tom. They look like
they're talking about it right now.
They
it's
may call a
16.
timeout here, if not, but they're going for it.
They're going to go fourth down and 16.
Let's see what North Knox can do to counter.
Back to throw. He looks. He's got time. He fires
wide
it
open
toward the end zone. It's going to be caught down the
touchdown.
sideline and a touchdown. Jackson Roth got the ball, and it was wide open.
Yeah, that 42-yard pass.
So just like that, it's a game again. So on a fourth down play, the North Knox Warriors give up a 42-yard pass, 7:45 left to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, Tom, that's, I'll tell you what, that's disappointing that North Knox has given up 2 wide open plays like that.
And that kick looks good, and that kick is also high enough and good.
Well, they're back in this game, Tom.
Yep, 21-14.
That's a third mistake. North Knox, 2 of them defensive coverage, and 1 on the onside kick. And if I'm South Spencer, I'm onside kick it again.
So we'll have to see what happens. It's 21-14 now. And the North Knox Warriors at a 4th and 17, Ed, and they let South Spencer score. And on a 4th and 17 at that.
Yeah, it's just...
both plays, Ed, you're right. They were wide open. So they're going to kick it away again. Lucky Kirchgassner. 21-14. Warriors still lead it by 7, 7:45. So Kirchgassner going to kick it away.
I don't think they'll stand there this time if it's an onside kick.
So let's see what happens here. Kirchgassner going to kick it away. This one, the same thing. And this one going to be picked up and taken out of bounds about the 35.
Yeah, should have been a penalty right there.
So picked up by Matt Urbane.
Got lucky right there. They didn't throw the flag.
So at the 35-yard line, the Warriors will have it 1st and 10. They've scored on 3 big plays. South Spencer's countered on 2 big plays of their own.
Well, so far there hasn't been a lot of defense shown. There has been a lot of offense. So both teams really.
So it's been basically 5 big plays has been the difference in this game.
Yeah, passing game for South Spencer.
So the Warriors will have it. Reese Hamelman, after 2 straight possessions, 2 straight touchdowns for the Rebels. The Warriors still up 21-14. Here's Reese. Hamelman hands it off outside. Richter Cole going to try to turn. He's got some yardage. He's going to go forward. He's got it to the 40, to the 50, to the 40. 1 man to beat, 30, to the 20, down the sideline, 10-5, touchdown, Warrior, touchdown.
Well,
and the Warriors answer.
66 yards.
66-yard play by Cole Richter. And the Warriors, after giving up 2 mistake touchdowns, come back and score on a big play of their own.
That's why I say, Tom, this is an offensive game. So far, that neither defense has been able to show much.
So 66-yard touchdown run by Cole Richter.
Trying another kick for extra point, Tom, and see if the holder and the center can kind of get their act together this time.
Good.
Better.
That looks better, and the kick is better, and it is good.
Yeah.
28-14, just like that, Ed Elliott, to North Knox Warriors back in front.
Well, do you think, what's your odds of North Knox being able to keep South Spencer from scoring this possession?
Well, we'll have to find out. I mean, the passing game has been a little bit of a worry of mine all year for this North Knox team, and they've shown it on those 2 plays.
Well, it wasn't anything spectacular. It was just a situation where they had 2 receivers and they broke off after about 8 yards down the field, and 2 North Knox players defended on 1 and let the other go. 2
blown coverages, basically.
Yes.
So that's something at halftime, though, you can talk about. We're still 7:30 away from that, 28-14 Warriors. So Troy Nolan going to kick off for the Warriors. Boy, North Knox is doing whatever they want to outside right now. Nolan kicks it right down the middle of the field. He'll be picked up at the 15-yard line to the 20. 25 outside, 30. Roth going to go outside. He's got it to about the 37 and a flag down late. That's going to be a late hit, I do believe.
Yeah, I think so too. It's going to give him 15.
So Jackson Roth got the football at the... So let's see where they're going to mark it off from. At the 38.
Yeah.
So if it is a 15, it would put it back in North Knox territory. So let's see what this is all about.
Did they call a timeout? I don't know.
They're going to mark it off, and it's going to be a 15. It is a personal foul, late hit. So 3 penalties for 25 yards, and that does put it in North Knox territory at the 48. So Ed, North Knox, as we saw against Vincent's Lincoln a lot, are kind of beating themselves right now. We saw that against Vincent's Lincoln quite a bit.
Don't they run the clock? I can't figure out what they're taking. The officials let them have a timeout over here.
So Bartlett back at quarterback, Brandon Moore beside him. Wide receivers, 3 of them out to the right this time. Here's Bartlett. Back to throw, play action. He's going to roll out. He's going to get flushed. He'll throw it downfield. It's going to be caught at the 40-yard line. He'll go down there. It looks like just short of a first down, about a 9-yard gain.
Yeah.
Picked up to Devin Hughes that time.
Might have been about 8, I think.
So Devin Hughes got that one. And Bartlett, I like the way he throws. He throws a really good ball. So at the 40-yard line, and they're going to mark off another one.
What was it?
So they call a 15-yarder a personal foul again.
What was it on?
I don't know. I didn't see the flag. So 4 penalties, 40 yards, and that ball to 25.
Man, Tom, I tell you what, this is there's 5 mistakes, North Knox, and it may cost them those penalties, those hitting the person on the return. Now we do have a timeout.
And North Knox is going to call one. So North Knox Warriors call a timeout. We're back after this 30-second break. This is North Knox Warrior football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Sensational Tans is celebrating their 5th anniversary in Washington. To celebrate, there's free tanning, half price Versa Spa sunless tanning, 50% off 30-day packages, and a $250 drawing at all 3 locations all weekend. In Washington, you can register for even more great prizes, like an Apple Watch or an iRobot Roomba. Look good, feel great. Sensational Tans. Washington, Princeton, and Vincennes.
North Knox called a timeout, and I think this is probably going to be one of those little in-coaching parlance, one of those little coaching seances where they're trying to get their heads, cleared out.
Well, whatever you say, Tom, if you give up 2 15-yard penalties almost consecutively, that's not a very mature thing to do with a team like North Knox.
Mistakes really killing him right now. Bartlett at quarterback now. He's going to hand it off to, he's going to keep it himself. Going to get outside of one man. He's going to turn it upfield. He gets hit and brought down by Brocksmith out of bounds. About to the 25, maybe down to about the 21.
Yeah, I got a player down for South Spencer. Looks like about an 8-yard gain for Bartlett.
And that player that goes down with their lineman, it's Jared Light Antry. And so, give him a gain that time of, as you mentioned, about 8, second down and 2. So 7 minutes left to go. Ball at the 18-yard line. So, second time in the red zone for the South Spencer Rebels. They did not score the first time in there. So,
probably just knocked the wind out of him.
Call it second down to long, too. So Bartlett up there, Moore beside him.
3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right.
So we'll see what Bartlett does here. He's going to hand it off up the middle more, and it's going to be Dylan Wolf. He's going to get him, and he's going to bring him down. They're trying isolation play, and he lost a yard or 2, maybe back to the 20. Third down. Let's see where they put it down. Dylan Wolf on an isolation play that time, and Wolf did a good job of standing his ground. Actually, get a loss of a couple. Third down and about 5. Ball right inside the 20 at the 19. 4-down territory here, although with the kicker that they have, it looked like he's got pretty good range, so field goal's not out of the realm.
Timeout.
Another
South
timeout.
Spencer.
So South Spencer going to call their first timeout of this half. So the North Knox Warriors still lead at 28-14, 6:12 left to go in the first half of play. Back in 30 seconds. This is North Knox Warrior football on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Honey, if you don't want to cook tonight, why don't we get pizza?
Pizza! Okay, as long as it's gluten-free and they only use free-range tomatoes.
No way! I want the one that comes with a Pizza Ranger cheese gun.
And don't forget the artisanal multigrain crust.
No. We're going to my favorite place because I just want good pizza.
Jimbo's Pizza and Wings. When what you really want is just good pizza and wings. Get the goods at Jimbo's in Bicknell or Washington.
Scoreboard update presented by Snyder, but scoreboard update actually presented by Westport Chrysler Dodge. Score a great deal at Westport Chrysler Dodge on Hart Street, just off Hart Street in Vincennes. The game right now, Forest Park leads Still City 6-0. Winner of that one plays the winner of this one. So now third down coming up for the
They're using
Rebels.
An unbalanced line this time, Tom, to the right.
Here's Bartlett. He's going to give it off to Moore. Moore gets outside 15-yard line to the 10. He'll go inside the 10 down to the 9. So first and goal for the South Spencer Rebels. That's their 7th first down. So first and goal from the 8. Running it quickly. Here's Bartlett. First and goal from the 8. Bartlett hands it off Moore. He's going to go up the line. He's going to get hit and brought down right about the line of scrimmage. Second down. 5:52 and counting in the half. Now South Spencer does get the ball beginning at period number 3. Has to give him a gain of 2 down to about the 6. Second and goal from the 6. Bartlett hands it off up the middle, and not that time. He hit a stone wall, and he gets thrown backward about the line of scrimmage. Third down. So third down. Ball about the 6-yard line once again. Third down. Can the Warriors hold here? They've done it before, Ed. Let's see if they can hold. Third down.
Well, they're going to run it for sure on 4th, I think. They're not going to worry about kicking it, I wouldn't think.
Here's Bartlett. Back to throw. He's going to get hit. He's going to be brought down all the way back. Past the 10-yard line, past the 15 to the 17. Ed, and a great sack again that time by the Warriors. And I believe, Ed, the player on the end of that one was Ethan Hay. Fourth down now and goal from about the 15. 4:35 left to go in the first half of play, Ed, and the Rebels got it inside the 6, but last time they scored a touchdown on 4th down. Let's see what they do here. Bartlett. 4th down. Looks, he's going to look to throw. He gets hit, and he's going to throw it in the end zone anyway. It's up in the end of the air, and it's knocked down, and the Warriors hold.
Man,
I can't
believe
talk.
Yeah. Say that again.
Anyway, you got knocked down and the Warriors hold. They'll take the football. That's the bottom line of it. They'll get it to 15-yard line. But nice play that time, because I tell you what, Bartlett was under all kinds of trouble, and he threw that ball nicely.
He was done, but just like a magician, he pulled a rabbit out of his hat.
Well, the Warriors have got it out to 15. 4:15 left to go in the first half, 28-14 Warriors.
Well, if things hold true, North Knox will score on this play.
Well, the mistakes have hurt them, but it still lead.
Yeah.
They still lead by 2 scores. Here's Hamelman. Reese Hamelman first and 10. Hand it off outside Richter. It's going to look to turn. He's going to get a couple of yards, pushes forward. Got out to about the 20-yard line. So got a gain of about 5 on that one. Second down. So second down for the Warriors. You got a gain of 5 out to the 20. Warriors keeping it pretty close to the vest right now. Second down. Here's Reese. Cole Richter off to his left. Going to hand it off outside Dotes. Oldman turns it up inside 25-yard line. He'll go down at the 27. He got the first down. It's only the 3rd first down that the Warriors have had, Ed, because of all their big play touchdowns. 3:38 and counting left to go here in the first half. 28-14, North Knox leads. Rhett Sharon in there this time now. He'll go out slot to the left. A couple of wide receivers left for the Warriors. Here's Reese. Hamelman back to throw. Looks, fires over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. He looked for Rhett Sharon. And I thought so too. And now they threw the flag.
Yeah, I don't think it was any doubt about it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
He was on him a little bit quick.
Well, the South Spencer fans didn't want it, but I thought it was a good call.
No, it was,
that should be a pass interference. It is.
Yeah.
Is that a 15, I think? So that's a 15-yarder.
Well, they've done a good job at not getting penalized, Tom. They've
4 penalties, 40 yards on South Spencer. Warriors have it now in business at the 41. They lead 28-14. Here's Reese Hamelman. A lot of players left. He's going to throw it right. Caught that time by Holtman Dodes. He'll go down about the 45 or 46. Just a little short pass play. He got about 6 on that one. Nice zip on that ball by Reese Hamelman.
Yeah, about 5 there. That was a good throw. Quick throw.
2:51 left to go here in the first half of play. Warriors lead 28-14. Here's Reese Hamelman. Hamelman going to kick it outside. He's going to go
keep it.
He's going to keep it himself. He's going to go forward. He's just short of the first down. Got past the 50, or actually at midfield. It'll be third down from there. Third
about 4 yards.
Third and a long one. 2:23 left in the half. Third down and a long one. Warriors still have plenty of time and 2 timeouts. Here's Reese. Third down and a long one. Hamelman hands it off. Richter Cole got the first down and more. He's into the secondary. He'll go forward down to about to 38. He got into the secondary that time with South Spencer. Warriors' 4th first down, and now we're looking at a little more traditional Warrior offense, chewing up ground. The ground and pound attack working that time. 2:09 left to go in the half.
So they just continue to wear down the opponent with that line.
Reese Hamelman, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reese looks. He stops. He's going to throw it outside. It's incomplete. He was looking that time for his short receiver, Blake Long, and he just missed him.
Yeah, he missed it. He hit him right there in the chest with it. I don't know.
Long, I think, turned and run before he had the ball. 2nd down. Clock stopped. 1:57 left to go. So they tried to go long. They tried to hit Long on a short pattern and just didn't work that time. 2nd down. They'll huddle up. Ball to 38. 1:57 left to go in the half. Warriors up 28-14. Here's Reese Hamelman. Cole Richter beside him. Hamelman back to throw. He looks. He's going to good block that time. He's going to go forward. He's going to get some yardage. He's going to get hit and brought down past the 35 to the 34. But Cole Richter made an absolutely great blindside block.
Yeah, timeout, North Knox.
So we'll go ahead and keep it here. That's North Knox's 2nd timeout. I want to say something to Cole Richter. He had a blindside blitzer coming in, and Cole Richter did a great job of picking it up.
Yeah, he did, and that was something, gave him that opening to break forward and get about 5 yards.
Yeah, 5 or 6 actually to be. Yeah, I'd say maybe 5, maybe just
and a half.
Yeah, I'll call 5.5. All right, I'll give you that one. 5.5. 2nd down and 4.5. Or what would that be, a long 4, maybe?
I'm not going to go there.
Let's take a quick look at some scores updates presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. Score big with Yoakum Chrysler Dodge, located just off Hart Street in Vincennes. And scores going on: Linton 21-0 over North Posey, Monterey 35-0 over Crawford County. Forest Park still leads Tell City 6-0. That's in the 2nd quarter. Heritage Hills 14, Corydon 0. Gibson Southern and Salem still scoreless. Also, Sullivan over Vincent's Lincoln 6-0 in the 3rd period now. Edgewood over Washington 14-12. That one a really tight game. And Wright's leading Central 7-0. 3rd down now, and I'd say a short 5 where it is right now.
Yes, that's what I said to start with.
Thank you. Thank you. 3rd down.
Yeah, I said he made 5 yards.
3rd down. Here's Reese Hamelman. Reese going to go up the middle. Richter Cole's got the first down. He went past the 30 down about the 27. So the Warriors got to have it up there quickly. 5th first down. 1:37 left to go. The Warriors still have 1 timeout. They got to move the chains. So Hamelman gets the call. They've still got plenty of time. They're inside the 30 at about the 27.
The official, why is he in there?
So Reese, 1st and 10. High snap, going to hand it off anyway. Richter Cole up the middle. He's going to get hit and brought down after about an 8-yard gain, down to about the 20, down to the 19. Warriors in the red zone for the first time. 2nd down and short. 1:17 left to go in the half. Warriors still have 1 timeout left. 2nd down, about 4. Here's Reese.
He wasn't off.
Hamelman outside. Here's Holtman Dodds. Dodds turns it up the middle, spin move, and he gets hit right about the line of scrimmage at the 18.
Yeah, he didn't get off the field. They had a substitute coming in. They had 12 in, so they'll end up getting 5 yards.
So illegal substitution on South Spencer. That'll be their 5th penalty now for 65 yards.
That was their big 285-pound lineman.
That'll be the 6th first down for the Warriors.
He just couldn't get off quick enough.
It's going to be a first down. Yep. Put it right at the 15. 1:01 left to go in the half. If the Warriors can score here, it'll be big. South Spencer gets the ball at the beginning of period 3. So the North Knox Warriors trying to milk that clock down and take the lead if they can, up another score. 4 touchdowns tonight. Those touchdowns for Champions Together, presented by First Vincennes Savings Bank, your real community bank, with 2 locations in Vincennes. Reese looks out right. He's going to roll. He's going to look to throw. He's going to get away from one man. Now he throws it toward the end zone, and it's incomplete and almost picked off.
Well, I tell you what, that was close. They both got to the ball at exactly the same time.
Ashton Tyndall had a shot at that one and couldn't get it. 40.8 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10. Reese Hamilton got some pressure that time, but was able to get out of it.
Oh, yeah. He
rolled right.
He just was a tick late throwing the ball, seeing the open, and the receiver did not come back to him at the time that he needed him to.
Rhett Sharon in for Blake Long, so we'll see what happens on this play. 2nd down and 10. Under a minute left in the half. Warriors still up 2 scores. Man in motion, Sharon. He's going to hand it off Richter. Cole up the middle, going to get hit, and he'll be brought down right about to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, looks like he got about 5.
31 seconds left to go in the half. The Warriors going to have to call timeout, you would think. No, they're going to set up quick. Reese hands it off in the middle. Richter, Cole up the middle. He's going to get toward the end zone. He fumbled it, and the Warriors recover it.
Oh, he said he was down, I guess.
He was down.
I can't tell.
That'll be a first down, I believe.
I can't tell exactly what they're going to do.
18.4 seconds.
They said he was down, but I didn't see what.
And now the Warriors will take their final timeout. 1st and goal coming up, Ed. We'll keep it here. And that ball looks like it's about the 3-yard line. So at the 3-yard line, the Warriors will have it 1st and goal. 18.4 seconds left to go in the half. And Cole Richter got them right on the doorstep, Ed. They got 18.4 seconds to try to bust the door down.
Yeah, this is they've got time, Tom, but I think they've got time for one run, and then they're going to have to quick and spike it.
Yeah. Well, Reese Hamilton got in trouble with that. You didn't see that at Sullivan. He backed up about 3 steps and then spiked it. They call it for intentional grounding because you can't back up and spike it in high school football.
Yeah.
You can do it at the line, but you can't do it by backing up. He did it, and he got called for intentional grounding. So the ball at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. 18.4 seconds left in the half. Warriors trying to get in for another score right before the half. Reese Hamilton. Hamilton hands off Richter. Cole up the middle. He's going to break in. Touchdown. Warriors touchdown. Big touchdown run that time for Cole Richter.
You know what he did, Tom? He went behind those big linemen on the right side and just followed them into the end zone.
So a big touchdown for the Warriors. 13.8 seconds left to go in the first half of play. And the Warriors have extended their lead now to 34-14 pending the extra point. Holtman Doe's going to try for the single point to make it 35. Snaps a good one. The kick is up. That one looked real good. And it is. Well, he got a real nice boot on that one. A wide drive.
The holder and center did a nice exchange, Tom, and that gave him time to get a good point on the ball and kick it.
35-14 North Knox, and Ed, for all the mistakes that North Knox has made, they're still up 3 scores.
I know it. It hasn't been pretty, but coming this far down here, nobody will hear about it maybe.
35-14. 13.8 seconds left to go. The Warriors get the touchdown right before half.
Nice crowd here, Tom.
I think so.
North Knox.
Boy, North Knox being 2 hours away have brought a really, really big crowd down here.
Yeah, now this, would North Knox, onside kick here?
I don't think so. I think they'll just squib it down the middle and go to the locker room. We'll have to see what happens. So the Warriors will get ready. That's what they're going to do. Quick pivot right down the middle at the 20-yard line, 25, 30, 35. You're going to get hit and brought down about the 37-yard line. So 5.3 seconds left to go in the half. And what do we have here?
Well, what they had is a little bit of a scrum.
Holtman Dotes came running to the referee.
Well, to pull his player away from him, but I think what happened, there was some words exchanged and some shoving that took place with South Spencer and a North Knox player. And
we've seen a lot of that this year.
Yeah, well, they were.
So Bartlett will come back out.
Well, North Knox needs to be smart here and not give up.
Yeah, they got
pass plays because it's probably just one play.
Yeah, they got Rhett Sharon playing at center field right now, about 35 yards off the ball. Here's Bartlett. He's going to roll out left. He's going to look to throw. He's got some time. Now he's going to be flushed from the backside. He's going to throw it downfield. He threw it out of bounds. Actually, he was looking that time for Jackson Roth, and that is the half. So the North Knox Warriors get a late score right before the end of halftime. They go into the locker room leading it by a 35-14 score. We will be back after this 2-minute break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services in Bicknell is the hometown healthcare team you can always count on. As a local family-owned and operated healthcare facility, Guardian Angel takes great pride in serving you, your family, and friends. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services supports local organizations and events, businesses, schools, and youth sports. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services, where your care is their business. Have a great season, North Knox Warriors.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Fresh meat is cut in-store daily, and special orders on meat are available.
Now at Save a Lot, fresh ground beef is $1.99 a pound, and fresh boneless pork loin is $1.69 a pound. Also, 3-pound bags of yellow onions are $1.49, and 2-liter Pepsi products are just 99 cents.
Savings are made easy at your Vincent Save a Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
When you deposit your money at one of those ginormous banks with branches all across the country, your money goes all across the country. But at First Vincent Savings Bank, we are proud to say that our depositors' money is put to work right here at home. This is Ross Martin, loan officer at First Vincent Savings Bank, and I can tell you, there's no place like home. Invest in First Vincent Savings Bank, and you invest in local schools, businesses, and organizations. First Vincent Savings Bank, a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back once again here at South Spencer High School at halftime. The North Knox Warriors lead it in spite of themselves almost, 35-14. You are listening to the First Vincent Savings Bank halftime report presented by First Vincent Savings Bank, your real community bank on Kimmel Road and on Hart Street. Actually on Kimmel Road and on 6th Street in Vincennes.
And you're moving them, are you?
Yeah, I tell you, they move quickly. So on Kimmel Road and on 6th Street in Vincennes. Let's take a look at the scoring. North Knox with 2 big plays in the first quarter to get out to a 15-0 lead. Holtman Dodds on a 62-yard run. Reese Hamilman's first pass was a 2-point conversion to Holtman Dodds standing all alone in the end zone, 8-0. And then Goldman Dodds gets a 27-yard pass play to the end zone for a 15-0 score. By the way, I think that could be a candidate for our Hamilman DeKalb play of the game later on as we go through. But again, we still got a lot of football left to play. Reese Hamilman with a 80-yard touchdown run. The extra point unsuccessful. That made it 21-0 North Knox. And then South Spencer, South Spencer scored 2 touchdowns in a row. At 9:12 of the third quarter, Will Madison got a 58-yard touchdown pass right down the middle of the field. He was left wide open, and Kobe Bartlett hit him for the score, 21-7. And then, after an onside kick that North Knox basically fell asleep on it, for lack of a better word, on a fourth down and 18, he was able to hit Jackson Roth for a 42-yard, Jackson Roth for a 42-yard touchdown pass. That made it 21-14. It was a one-score game, but right now the one thing about it is South Spencer having a lot of trouble handling North Knox, and Cole Richter turned around and made a 66-yard touchdown run, another big play score. The extra point was good, and that made it 28-14. And then the Warriors right before halftime, Ed, with a big touchdown to get it back to a 3-score lead. Cole Richter on the 3-yard touchdown run with 13.8 seconds left to go. Extra point good. They made it 35-14. North Knox was 6 first down. South Spencer was 7. North Knox has dominated this game as the scoreboard indicates, but a lot of them were big play touchdowns. That's why we haven't seen a lot of first downs. North Knox 1 for 1 in the red zone. South Spencer tellingly 0 for 2 right now. No turnovers in this game for either team. Penalties 4 for North Knox for 40 yards, and right now 5 for 65 for the South Spencer Rebels. And now, with the individual statistics in this game, the one and only Ed Elliott.
All right, Tom, first, South Spencer, Brendan Moore, their main running back, he carried the ball 13 times, hard runs for 39 yards. His longest was a 7-yard run. Will Stewart came in and gave him a rest, carried the ball 3 times for 4 yards. Cameron Wigand carried it 1 time for 3 yards. Kobe Bartlett, the quarterback, he was pretty well sometimes running for his life, but he did try to run the ball intentionally a few times and ended up with 10 carries for 0 yards net out of that. And so we see South Spencer with a total of 46 yards rushing in the first half. Passing, Kobe Bartlett, he ended up throwing the ball threw it 10 times, completed 5 for 97 yards. And so South Spencer rushing 46, passing 97 for 143 yards in the first half. North Knox, on the other hand, we see Cole Richter, he carried the ball 12 times for 133 yards. Holtman Dodge carried it only 3 times, but he still gained 71 yards, 62 on one particular play. And we had Reese Hammelman. He ran the ball 4 times for 97 yards, Tom. So North Knox has a total of 301 yards rushing in the first half. Reese Hammelman, he threw the ball 3 out of 5 times. Complete, had 3 completions out of 5 attempts for a total of 35 yards. So North Knox had 336 rushing and passing in the first half versus 143 for South Spencer.
Well, the North Knox Warriors right now lead it here at halftime, 35-14. We have got about, I'd say, somewhere in the area of about 12 minutes left to go before the second half of play. South Spencer will start with the ball in period number 2, which made that North Knox touchdown right at the end of the half especially big as they were able to score and, in a sense, kind of hold serve at the end of the first half of play. We'll be back to take a look at some games from around the area, and we'll take a look at the Dr. Stephen Williams halftime adjustment. We'll do all that coming up after this 1-minute break. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
A well-known Bicknell dentist is back and ready to serve you. Dr. Stephen K. Williams is accepting new and return patients at his office on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Dr. Williams wants to help you have your best smile. With decades of experience, he will help you just like he's helped me. I'm proud to call Dr. Stephen Williams my dentist and hope you will too. Dr. Stephen Williams back in Bicknell and waiting to serve you. Call 812-735-2020.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
We're about 10 minutes away from getting underway with period number 3. North Knox leading it here in this opening game of the Sectional 40 action here tonight. 4 games in Sectional 40 going on right now. North Knox leading this one by a 35-14 score. Time now for the Dr. Stephen Williams halftime adjustment. And Ed, there again, in a 35-14 game, you would say, where can you really be adjustments? But boy, North Knox has a few of them to look at.
I think 2 particularly, Tom. One being the South Spencer running an unbalanced line with 3 backs blocking as well. So that's created some problems and giving up some bigger runs than we're used to seeing. And then second, get the secondary on the same page. It looks like they're a little bit confused in their pass defense, and I think that's something that if North Knox is able to adjust that's where the touchdowns have come from.
Yeah.
Tom, the pass, and they have been coverage mistakes. It hasn't been it's been fighting to get the ball, and all of a sudden South Spencer comes up with it.
Yeah.
It's South Spencer has been wide open and just almost walked into the end zone.
North Knox has suffered from 3 mistakes. One on a post play in the middle. We've seen that a couple of times this year. One on a corner pattern to the end zone, and one on just a complete mental mistake on a onside kick where Bunty, Levi Bunty, it looked like, it was going to get it. Now
he looked like us.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. He's a freshman, so we give him a little bit. You give him a little bit of, and I tell you what. One time there was a freshman who actually for North Knox way back in the early part of our career, back in the late 2000s, like 2008, 2009, made a bad play trying to run the ball out of the end zone, wound up at the 2-yard line, and Linton had a safety, and it was a difference in an 8-6 game. You know what that freshman's player was? A young man who gone on to a pretty good career at North Knox named Derek Chambers.
Yeah, and I think this is a situation where you hate for that to happen, but this isn't the first game of the season. You practice and you know those things can happen. You just got to jump in there and get it, not wait on somebody else to do it. But fortunately, it hasn't been too devastating.
It hasn't cost you too much, at least not yet.
Yeah. I think the other issue, though, is those 2 15-yard penalties, Tom, that put them down there almost with another score.
Well, we saw that one late hit, but North Knox's defense really, when they had to stiffen, here's the thing. South Spencer has gotten 7 first downs. They moved the football, but when North Knox has had to stiffen up, they have.
Yes, they have done so, and I think the part of that is that they've become a little bit complacent, and we've seen that a couple of times, Tom, in this season. They get out to a lead, and then they just aren't really pushing as hard as they did before they got that big lead.
Well, a reminder, if you need your smile adjusted, Dr. Stephen Williams is back and accepting new patients. Call Dr. Williams today, 812-735-2020. Want to mention, by the way, North Knox so far has made 6 touchdowns. Actually, 5. I apologize. My fault. I can't count. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 touchdowns. So that's another $100. And all kidding aside here, that was for the folks at Champions Together from your Real Community Bank, First Vincennes Savings Bank, with 2 locations in Vincennes. And Ed, let's go ahead right now, if we will. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Yoakum Chrysler Dodge scoreboard update. Score a great deal at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge, located just off Hart Street in Vincennes. We'll go through the whole list. Starting off Class A Sectional 48. Perry Central 7, Tecumseh 2 right now. That game in the second quarter. North Central over Rock Creek Academy 14-6 second quarter. West Washington 14. Springs Valley nothing second and third quarter. And North Davies now starting to open up against Eastern Green a little, 20-8 in the third quarter. Linton 21, North Posey nothing second quarter in Sectional 40. That's one we're in now. Modern Day no problem with Crawford County. Second quarter 56-0 right now. 8 touchdowns in that one. Still third quarter score. Forest Park 6, Tell City nothing. Winner of that one takes on the winner of this one. And in this one right now again 35-14 North Knox leads it. Sectional 3A in 32 right now. Heritage Hills over Corydon 35-0. Gibson Southern and Salem still scoreless in the second quarter. That a little surprise. Southridge 22, Mount Vernon 7. North Harrison over Bossy 15-7 third quarter. Sectional 30, Brown County now starting to open up 39-13 over Pike Central. Vincennes Lincoln gets a touchdown. They lead Sullivan 7-6 at Inman Field. That in the third quarter. Edgewood 21, Washington 12 second quarter, and Princeton and Owen Valley scoreless in the third quarter of play. Sectional 24, Boonville 21, Harrison nothing second quarter. Wrights is now tied up the game. Central's tied at 7-7. Jasper over Northview right now 7-0 in the second quarter.
A lot of tournament ball games tonight. This one, of course, being on Central Time, started 30 minutes after the normal start time for North Knox.
So once again, that is what we have right now. We'll see if we got, I'm just kind of refreshed my memory here a little bit to see if we got any updates. So pretty much right now we're at the same position where we were earlier. The other game we're looking at once again, the Forest Park game at Tell City, 6-0 Rangers in the third quarter over Tell City. And both of these teams kind of struggled a little bit down to the wire, but Forest Park won 14-0 over Tell City last week, and right now they're pretty much going on the same pace.
Well, same pace, but it's close enough to where Tell City knows that they're in the game with just one score.
Yeah, and Vincent Lincoln showed that. They lead 7-6 right now at Inman Field. That game, it's got to be going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think so too. It's there are a lot of games that there are going to be some upsets. You'll see some that that'll be some surprises at different places throughout the state. And fortunately, right now, it doesn't look like North Knox is headed for an upset, but they've got a lot to do to kind of get their act back together here in the second half.
So we'll have to see if the coaches are going by us. We'll have to see if the mental mistakes have been kind of cleared up. He give me the okay side. So We'll see if the mental mistakes are cleared up. South Spencer, by the way, will have the ball at the beginning of the third period.
Yeah, and you know, from the standpoint of the coaches and things, you've got to be a little bit conscious of whether you get the players almost too fired up.
Yeah,
yeah. This tournament trail is pretty tough, Tom, and even though we may play a team that's only had one win this year, they're still playing a team that you go into the tournament, it's nothing to nothing. I mean,
exactly.
It's even.
Everybody's got the same record.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And so I think that's a part of it where you come down, you want your players to be ready, but you don't want them to peak maybe too soon.
Yeah. Both teams, by the way, right now getting around the places, and if traditional holds, you're going to put 3 more minutes on the clock. So we'll see if they do that.
I don't know. They may, but
because both teams right now are still warming up. They're going to the sidelines, though, so we'll see. They may just start it straight off of 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think
so. We'll find out. We will find out as South Spencer to the sideline and North Knox still lined up, and it looks like they may go to the 3 minutes. They are. Okay. That's kind of traditional.
Yeah.
You don't know why they don't add it on the first time, but.
Well, in the sectional, you play according to what the IHSAA designates.
Yeah. Well, every game I've ever seen they've added 3 minutes to the clock.
It is, but but what I'm saying is it's not tradition. It's either the guidelines that are set forth or it's not.
Yeah. By the way, I wanted to say thanks a lot to our studio producer tonight, James Excorn, doing a great job back there at our studios at the Brevard House in downtown Vincennes, along with Ed Elliott. I'm Tom Lee. Ed, while we got a couple of seconds, I want to talk about this season. It's really been a good season for these kids. And again, I saw something on Facebook, and I've kind of made a comment that I really enjoyed this group of kids about as much as any as I've been with, and I've been doing basketball, football, baseball, what have you, for probably about 25 to 30 years. And I've had more fun with this group. And they said something about this 6-3 season, and that is the North Knox area, after all the things they've gone through, after all the tragedies, they deserve this. That is the word they have. And to be truthful with you, I think I agree with them. I mean, this has really been kind of a cathartic thing for the area.
Well, I know that this is a team that has looked toward this year as being the peak year for the group of seniors, obviously since it's their last year, but they've put in a lot of starts over the last 4 years, and they wanted this one to be something that they could show what all that work can get you.
Yeah. Well, the North Knox Warriors right now lead at 35-14 over South Spencer here with about a minute left to go before we get into period number 3. And Ed, North Knox basically this year has beaten the teams that they were supposed to beat. They were supposed to beat some of these teams and do so rather handily. They were able to do that. They've had some really good performances. I think that Boonville game, I think that game with North Davies was probably 2 of their better ones. And then, of course, they had the problems with Vincent's Lincoln, but they came out and played well against Linton, a team who they possibly could see down the tournament trail as well.
Yeah, that's a situation with, it's kind of like this ball game tonight. Even though North Knox is up 35-14 at the half, I really don't feel like North Knox would see this as being under control at this point.
By the way, we have a few updated scores right now from Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. It's 14-9 now. Perry Central leading Tecumseh without a quite close game in the second quarter. Linton leads North Posey now 34-0. Still third quarter score, Forest Park 6, Tell City nothing. Remember last year at North Knox and Tell City, you weren't here, but North Knox and Tell City actually played to overtime. Tell City scored a touchdown to tie it with about a minute left to go, and then the Warriors won it in OT.
Yeah, that's the thing in football. You can be down 6 points, 8 points, and then all of a sudden one play and an extra point, and you're back in it.
So the Warriors trying to win their way back home if they can win this one. That one hit a man, and it maybe Warriors recover it. North Knox recovered it. It hit an up man from the South Spencer Rebels, and it was recovered by the North Knox Warriors, and getting it was Braden Hazlett.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was one of those things. The lineman turned around and started to go back to block.
Yep.
And when he did,
that was a line drive. It hit him right in the back and bounced 10 yards.
Yeah. Well, maybe not quite that far, but it did bounce probably about 5 yards, and North Knox was able to jump on it.
So both teams now have taken a kickoff that has fallen to themselves. An onside kick by South Spencer and a mistake by South Spencer gives North Knox the field position at the 45. Here's Richter. Cole up the middle, going to get hit and brought down at the 40-yard line. He got 5 on that one. So both teams that have given up what would be considered almost a mental mistake.
Yeah, that's. I think that's
a kickoff.
That's one of those that just usually doesn't happen.
I very rarely see that happen.
You kick it that hard, it just usually doesn't hit somebody. It goes by them.
2nd and 5, Warriors tight formation. Here's Reese. And in motion coming across. He's going to hand off to Oates, holding it up the middle to the 40-yard line. He's going to get stopped just short of there. He'll pick up about 4, though. It'll be 3rd and short. Nice play that's on by South Spencer.
Yeah.
In fact, a couple of North Knox players, I think, was applauding that play, too. That was kind of a blocking slant play. 3rd down and 1. Still got 4 on it. 3rd down and 1 Warriors. They got the football up about the 36. Again, the Warriors taking advantage of a South Spencer miscue as it hit a player in the back and bounced right into the hands of Braden Hazlett. 3rd and 1. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman. High snap. He's going to keep it himself. 1st down and more. He's going to push his way forward. He's going to get hit and brought down at the 30-yard line. So a 1st down for the Warriors. Continuing, Ed, to chew up ground. I mean, the ground and pound is working right now. They got the ball at the 30-yard line and up by 3 scores. They don't have to pass the football. They do have the wind with them, though, right now. 10:32 and counting, 3rd period. Warriors in command right now, 35-14. Reese Hamelman. 1st down and 10. Hamelman. Hands off the middle. Richter Cole going to go forward. He's going to just push his way past the 25 down to the 24. Got about 6 on that one. 2nd down.
Well, maybe a little less than that time. Maybe about 5.
Yep. That's exactly what it looks like, a 5-yard gain. 2nd down. Still, though, not bad on 1st down to pick up that kind of chunk of yardage.
No, they're doing the things that they do the best.
They're doing the things they have to do, basically, Ed, and that sits to their credit.
Well, they wear down their opponent, Tom.
Yep.
You've seen it. We've seen it time and time again.
2nd down and 5. Here's Reese. Hamelman going to hand it outside to Oates. Holtman trying to turn
Dutch. A lot of blockers there.
He's going to try to go forward. He spills forward past the 20, inside the 20, down to the 18. 1st down, it looks like, Ed. That would be North Knox back in the red zone. That's the 8th 1st down for the Warriors, and now the wind's starting to pick up a little bit, coming downfield in North Knox's direction. 9:31 left to go in the 3rd period. Warriors trying to put another score on the board. They're at the 19 in the red zone. Actually, give it the 18. 9:21 and counting. Warriors trying to win their way back home to Warriors Stadium next week. Here's Reese. Yeah, it's going to be a direct snap to Zach Boyles. He's going to go forward. That's his first run of the game. He'll go down to the 15, down about the 14. So that's about the 2nd or 3rd time that they've done a direct snap to Zach Boyles, and he got some yardage on that one. The fullback pulls his way forward down to about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, about a 4-yard carry.
Yep, got about 4 on that one. 2nd and 6. So North Knox not doing not doing spectacular in the third period on first down, but doing enough to put them in second and short, or shorter. But second and medium, maybe. Second medium here, second and 6. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman calling him out. He's going to keep it on the right side. Reese going to turn. He's going to turn inside. He's got a little bit of yardage. He's going to go down about the 10. Very close to a first down. Very close to a first down. It'll be just short. It'll be third down and about 1. They went to second and medium, now third and short. And we've seen this whole drive. 8:11 left to go in the quarter. Football sitting at the 11-yard line. Third down. Third down and 1. They get it down to about the 9. Reese Hamelman about 5 yards back from the line of scrimmage. Third down and 1. Going to hand off inside. Here's Richter Cole. Tries to get in. He goes for the first down. He's inside the 5 to the 4. 9th first down for the Warriors, and Cole Richter inside of the 4-yard line, and Ed North Knox is just burrowing holes in there.
Yeah, that was, and he put a smash on that tackler too.
I tell you what, yeah, he really did. He had a steam downhill running, just like Coach Chambers says. He loves that term, running downhill, and North Knox has done it pretty successfully in this drive. Well, actually setting up at the 5-yard line, first and goal from there. First and goal from the 5. Reese Hamelman, Rhett Sharon in there now. Hamelman hands it off to Oates. Holdman going to try to turn outside. He's going to turn in. He's going to go in. Touchdown. Warrior touchdown. Flag is down, though.
That's probably
flag is down at the 4.
It's probably going to be holding.
That's in the area of holding. We'll see. He did get in. And it's going to come back, I think. Yep, the illegal block. Yep, the illegal block on the Warriors.
Well, the player turns, and there's not much you can do.
So an illegal block in the back on the Warriors. That'll move them back 10. So it'll be 5 penalties, 50 yards for the Warriors now. Again, the wind starting to whip up just a little bit more now.
Yeah, going back to 14, looks like.
So they got it at the 4, so back to the 14. It'll be first and goal from the 14. Warriors do have the win. They also have a 3-touchdown lead at 35-14. Reese Hamelman.
Pass here.
He's going to hand off Sharon right up the middle. He's going to get hit that time and just splattered. He got about 2 yards.
Yeah.
Second down, a goal from the 13. Second and goal from the 13.
And Brown.
So the football.
Well, they're
actually, I think about the 12.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff, Tom, trying to blitz and try to guess what North Knox is going to do with it, and they put extra tacklers in a position where it's not as easy to block.
2-yard gain, still Rhett Sharon in there, this time sitting up right behind Hamelman. He's going back to throw. He looks. He's going to step up. He's going to get hit that time. He's going to fall forward, though, and goes down to be third down.
That's what I say. They're blitzing them, Tom, pretty almost every time.
So got a little bit of a loss, maybe a half a yard, if that, third down. Ball at the 13, so.
Well, that was going to be a pass play, it looked like, Tom, but the blitz just took that away. They
poured in that time really nicely, and Cameron Wigan was the one who came in. He had a real nice run off that linebacker spot on the outside to his left. Third down. Here's Reese. Hamelman going to hand it off. Sharon Rhett gets knocked down.
Yeah, lost about 2 yards.
Yep, back to the 15, so the Warriors now on fourth down. Tried to run Rhett Sharon that time, and Sharon just really did not get going. He kind of went a little bit too far east and west and never really could get going north and south.
What they need to do, Tom, is throw that short inside slant pass. I mean, and that'll break all that stuff up. But right now they're running the tight formations and running, and they're sending 8 people.
Fourth down, here's Reese back to throw. He's going to fake fire it toward the end zone, and it is incomplete.
Fell down.
He's looking for Blake Long in the end zone, and so South Spencer holds, and they will get the ball, but the Warriors Ran a lot of time off the clock in that drive, Ed. 5:09 left to go in the third period.
Yeah, but disappointing at the end of it, Tom. It just seemed like the one that took a touchdown off the board with...
Yep, that illegal block.
Yeah.
So the ball going to set up at the 14. South Spencer deep in their territory. We'll have it 1st and 10. Warriors still lead at 35-14. 5:09 left to go in the third period.
Here's where we see about the halftime adjustments, Tom, whether North Knox has adjusted how they approach the pass.
Bartlett in there with Brendan Moore beside him. Going to pitch it outside, a little pitch and catch, 20-yard line. He'll go down about the 22. So he had about 7 that time. He went out to Will Madison. So not really doing anything fancy. Got him a 9 on that one, though. 2nd down and 1. So quick huddle offense this time. Here's Bartlett. He's going to roll out left. He'll throw it back right. Caught that time, and not that time. Ethan Haig going to just knock him down right away at the 21. He got it to Devin Hughes. Tried to throw a little back pass that time, a little back screen, and North Knox really sniffed it out. 3rd down. So 3rd down. No gain really on that one. 3rd down. So 3rd down now. Warriors on 3rd down and about 2. Kobe Bartlett with his feature back Moore beside him. He's going to give it to Moore outside. Not that time. They're going to knock him down. They're going to move him back all the way to the 20, and he'll be forced to kick it away. Boy, North Knox stiffened up that time, big time. Under 4 minutes left to go, third period. Warriors up 35-14, and they should get the ball back. And again, nobody back for the Warriors. They're going to go. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's a look. He's going to get hit that time. Brought down, and the Warriors will get it. At the 21-yard line, the Warriors will get it on a short field.
Boy, what a play right there.
North Knox really stiffened on defense. I think they had to go for it down 3 scores, Ed, but boy, that was a gamble deep in their territory.
Well, it doesn't say much for you don't kicker. Think your defense is going to do very good if you don't kick it.
I was going to say that the kicker, I mean, they've already tried almost blocked 2 of them already.
Yeah, but, you almost look at your situation here. You're going to give up a score if you don't make it.
22-yard line. Warriors will have it short field, 1st and 10. So, Ed, they lost about 7 yards on that play. They get it back with a 7-yard march backward. Here's Reese Hamelman. Richter back in there this time. Reese. High snap. He's going to pitch it inside to Richter. Cole up the middle, 15, and a flag down.
It's not going to count. It's going to be holding, I'm sure.
So at the 15-yard line, he slipped down. Kind of on a cold night, but the flag down at the 20. So it will be a hold.
Man, that's
So 6 penalties, 60 yards.
Yeah, another backbreaker of a penalty. You get the ball in such good position, and
yep.
And then your first play, you go backwards.
Ball at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 19. That was about 1 yard downfield where it happened. 3:21 left to go, third period. Warriors up 35-14. Here's Hamelman. Reese Hamelman to Cole Richter beside him. Going to hand it off Cole up the middle. Got some yardage. He's going to go forward. He's going to get hit and brought down about the 25.
Got about
5 or 6 of it?
Yeah. Looks like he got 5.
So about 5 of it back. It'll be 2nd down about 13. Warriors with the ground and pound right now. 2:54 left to go in the third period. North Knox running clock right now, and why shouldn't they? They're leading by 21, 35-14.
Yeah, I think that's, you don't have to worry about, you're not pressed to score. You do want to sustain the drive.
Yep.
And get a 1st down out of this.
Yeah, especially starting 1st and 19. 2nd down about 13. Reese Hamelman with Holtman Dodes in motion. And a whistle, and somebody moved.
That'll get 5 back.
So offside called against the South Spencer Rebels. That was kind of a hard count that time. They was expecting Holtman Dodes to get it, and they faked him out. He's done that. Reese and Holtman have done that a few times this year. And they have to respect that, so the Warriors now back in a makeable 2nd down and 8, maybe 7. So 2nd down about 7. Ball at the 20-yard line. The Warriors back in the red zone for the 3rd time. Reese Hamelman, 2nd down and 7. Holtman Dodes moving across, and it's going to be Hamelman pitching it outside to Richter. Cole, 20-yard line to the 15. Down the sideline. He's going to go out of bounds about the 5-yard line. So the Warriors back in the red zone again. That'll be another 1st down. That's the 10th for the Warriors. 2:05 left to go in the 3rd period. 1st and goal, North Knox. We'll see where they put it down. It'll be at the 6. So they've marked Cole Richter out on that near sideline out at the 6-yard line. By the way, North Knox going from right to left. South Spencer left to right. Wind has picked up a little bit. It is blowing downfield. North Knox has it at this point. 2:05 left 3rd period.
That may help with the extra point.
Here's Reese Hamelman at 1st and 10. 1st and goal, actually, at the 6. Reese going to hold on to it himself. He's going to go toward the end zone and to get in. He's going to be just
close,
short.
Man.
Boy, he's very close.
I tell you what, I don't see how the officials could see.
Very close.
Yeah, I think the nose of the ball is a grass blade short of the...
2nd down and goal, and that's about 2 or 3 inches. 2nd down, about 2 or 3 inches away. 1 grass blade. I'm going to have to use that.
That's 5 and 3.
2nd down and 1 grass blade to go. Here's Reese. Hamelman high snap, hands it off inside Richter. I don't know if he got it.
I don't know either.
Warriors
it was a
saying
terrible
it.
snap. It was.
Boy, it was not well
almost
done.
Over his head.
Now they call it touchdown. Warrior touchdown. So a 1 blade of grass touchdown run by Cole Richter.
That's it. That's going to be a John Deere call right there.
Yeah, John Deere touchdown.
Yeah, the mower.
So North Knox gets in. 1:21 left 3rd period.
Now here we go. The wind aided Holtman Doge ready back for a extra point try for a kick.
So we'll see what happens here. Snap is good. Kick is down. That one looks real good. And it is good. So Holtman Dodes using the wind, yes, but he's getting a nice, he really is using that practice, I think, to his advantage. Warriors up 42-14. So North Knox, more than likely, looks like they will play.
It was a nice job, too, on that play. They got the big, about 13 yards that Cole Richter was able to get with that pitch to the outside. That's something that's a little bit unusual. We haven't seen North Knox do that very often, and it was very successful.
One of the Warrior moms, Kim West Long, sent me a text, and I can't see what I'm supposed to read. Terry Stewart is telling me to say something, and I can't read it. So I will be honest with you, I can't read it. I don't know what it is. So I'm off the hook.
No, you're not off the hook.
Thank you. 1:21 left 3rd period. Warriors at 42-14. And the kick coming up for Troy Nolan.
That gives you a good excuse why you call the game the way you do.
Thank you. Nolan, kick ball back to about the 15-yard line to the 20, 25, 30 up the sideline and out of bounds. But that was close to a late hit. That one was kind of ridden out of bounds.
He was hugging him, just making sure, just very gently walked him out of bounds.
So he walked him out of bounds about the 35-yard line. That's where South Spencer will have it. Actually, 33 is where they're going to put it down, 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Warriors lead it now 42-14. It looks very good, like they're going to play the winner of what has been a very tight game right now between Forest Park and Tell City over in Ferdinand. Not too far away from here. 1st and 10 at the 33.
It looks like they're going to, they're in the pass formation again.
Kobe Bartlett going to keep it himself. Bartlett going up the middle. It gets hit, and he's going to get brought down after about a 5, maybe 6-yard gain up to 39.
It's a nice run.
So he got a good run on that one. I mean, Bartlett has got some athletic ability. He's got a good arm as well. 1 minute left to go in the 3rd period. Warriors 42-14 leaders. So give him a gain of 5, 2nd down.
Yeah, not quite 6.
Not quite 6. 5.5? All right. 2nd down.
You've taught me well.
I bet. There's Kobe Bartlett, Miller, more behind him. They got more. He's going to keep it. He's going to get flushed out. He'll throw it downfield, and that ball is a wobbler, and it's going to be caught.
Well, it's called, but it was interference also.
So Madison catches it. So Will Madison with the gold shoes, Ed, that was something else. I mean, the gold shoes. And Bartlett was getting hounded by Bo Nolan that time. He threw it with one hand of Nolan's in his grasp. So they're going to decline the penalty, and it's going to be a first down for South Spencer, as you mentioned, a defensive pass interference on the Warriors. So the ball will go down to about the 32.
So a 28-yard pass.
Ninth first down now for the South Spencer Rebels. Moore still in there with Kobe Bartlett. Bartlett, the little touch pass and incomplete. Looking for Madison again that time. And Ed, you look at Madison, he's the only player on the field with those gold shoes. I mean, those things look really, really good. Kind of remind you of Michael Johnson a little bit.
Well, I thought he'd been in the band with those.
Second down. 28.2 seconds left, third period. Warriors up 42-14. Second down. That's a nice little toss pass that time out to Madison, but just a nice little quick hitting play, but just misfired. Second down and 10. Kobe Bartlett with Moore beside him to his right. Going to roll the football. He's going to do the same thing again and again. The same result, right through the hands of Will Madison.
That is a very tough pass to make.
North Knox had it defended well too. Matt Urbane and also Levi Brocksmith were in the area, so that would have been a tough play even if he would have gotten it there. Third down.
The one thing, if I'm going to throw two of those like that, I'm going to run the next play to fake that and then go down the sideline.
Yep, go the other way, maybe to the left side. Third down. Here's Moore. He's going to go back. It's going to be in the same place, same area. This side now. Field, though, and incomplete. It was broken up, and that was all, that time it looked like the defender.
Yeah,
Devin Hughes had, the receiver
like
was the defender.
Yeah.
Looked like that may have been offensive interference, but no call.
Yeah, they just don't call the offensive interference. We've seen a couple of plays this year, Tom, where it was clear that with the offense interfered and it just wasn't called.
4th and 10 from the 32, and so Brandon Moore standing right next to Kobe Bartlett. Bartlett going to go back again to throw this time. He's got time. He's going to get hit that time, and Ethan Haig going to bring him down all the way back at the 48, and the Warriors will take it right there.
Yeah, he got mashed that time. That was not a very good play.
Well, when Bartlett has time, he has been very, very effective, but North Knox, it's kind of been 50-50 whether he's had time or he hasn't. And North Knox that time, I'll tell you what, Ethan Haig came through and just mashed him into the dirt about the 43-yard line. So the Warriors will take it over at their own 43 after a big, big sack play. About 15 yards, maybe 20.
Yeah, Bartlett has found out it's been pretty tough for him tonight. He's carried the ball, Tom, 13 times, and he has a total of -4 yards.
11.8 seconds left, third period. Warriors will have it. Reese Hamelman with the win for about another 11 seconds. Reese going to hand it off this time to Richter. Cole goes up the middle. He's going to get hit and brought back after about a yard, maybe two. That should be the end of the third period. So the final seconds of the third period going down, and the Warriors lead it 42-14 going into period 4. We are back after this 30-second break. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Hey, this is John Yoakum inviting you to this year's Fall Time to Shrine event on October 26th at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come have a fun-filled family day and support the local Knox County Shriners. We will be grilling burgers and hot dogs, and the Shriner Clowns will be here doing face painting, balloon twisting, and passing on a few jokes for the kids. We also have a bouncy house set up to increase the fun. So remember, Fall Time to Shrine, Saturday, October 26th, here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Vincennes. We'll see you there.
Final 12 minutes on the board. Final 12 minutes presented by Guardian Angel Home Healthcare. Give Guardian Angel Home Healthcare and Personal Services 12 minutes and let them show you why they are the angel that you're looking for in healthcare. Guardian Angel Home Healthcare and Personal Services on State Road 67 in Bicknell.
North Knox is in a situation that they're going to have to do something a little bit outside, Tom, because the inside run, South Spencer's putting 8 people up there, and there's just not enough people to block.
Well, North Knox has been very successful going outside. I wonder if they do it again here. Second down and 9. Again, though, it's a limited practice right now. We'll have to see if they do that. Here's Holtman coming across. He's going to keep it himself. Reese will push it up the middle, got a couple of yards up to about the 49, so he got about 6 or 7 on that one. Third down and short. So third down and short. Try to get you an update here.
It's going to be about 4 yards, Tom.
So actually, give him a gain of 4, so third down at 5. You know, Troy Noland, we have not seen him yet have to punt the football. So third down about 5. Here's Reese. Man in motion, Holdman Dotes. Hamilman going to keep it himself. Flag down immediately.
Against North Knox.
And it'll be a first down, but it's coming back. He'll go all the way down about the 40. So that'll come back.
I don't know whether it's, let's see what the official, the linesman on the North Knox side of the field threw a flag, so it's an illegal shift. Is that what he's saying?
We'll find out right now. Find out as soon as they come over. If it is, it would make it about a third down at about 9.
I don't see what they didn't do unless it's a legal procedure.
Well, they're talking it over. It is 2 minute motion against the Warriors, so. They'll call 2 minute motion against the Warriors. 7 penalties, 65 yards now for the North Knox Warriors.
Did you see that, Tom? I didn't see 2. I don't know what,
So it'll be third down at 9. They call 2 minute motion. So the Warriors will have it third down. They'll have it at their own 44. So third down for the Warriors. Holdman Dode's coming across, and it's going to be Reese again going to keep it. Same play. And he's going to get close to a first down. Very, very close, in fact, into South Spencer territory. Out of bounds, about the 46.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of spot he gets. That's going to be it's going to be short by about a yard.
Yeah, about 4th and about 1. So let's see what the Warriors do here. 4th down and 1. 10:48 left to go in the game. North Knox up 42-14. Again, a good crowd bringing up from North Knox, and looks like they're going to go home happy this Friday night. Rhett Sheridan there now. 4th down and 1. Here's Reese. Hamilman keeps it himself. First down. He's got 10 more. He's going to go to the 30. He gets away from one block. He's going to go inside to not to 31 actually. So the Warriors will get it on a first down on a 4th down play. That's North Knox's 11th first down. So the Warriors with their 11th first down. .10:40 left to go in the game. Warriors up 42-14.
Well, they've certainly saved on paint for this game. You can't hardly see the.
Yeah, I know. Here's Reese. Hamilman hands it up the middle. Rhett Sherrod going to go forward down to about the 25. He'll be knocked down there. About a 5-yard gain again. Nothing fancy yet, just running it right up the middle and gaining about 4, 5, 6 yards every time they do it. The ball just shy of the 25 at the 26. So give him a gain, actually, about 7, maybe that time. Second down, maybe it's 6. Second down and 4. Reese Hamilman, second down and 4. Rhett Sharon in there with him. Holtman Dode's in motion. Hands off Rhett. Sharon up the middle. He's got some yardage. He looks like he's going to be down to about the 20-yard line and got the first down.
That's those fresh legs, Tom.
Yep.
They help at this stage of the game.
Also a big back as well, as you mentioned that. He's about 190 pounds and a sophomore. So he's going to just get bigger. And that's going to be a scary thing. He's already 190 as a sophomore. 1st and 10 Warriors. 4th time in the red zone. They're 2 of 3 in there so far tonight. Here's Reese. Hamilman hands it off outside Rhett. He's got some room. He's up the middle. They're going to close that hole quickly, though. Got him a 5 more on that one.
Well, they know pretty well that.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
They know North Knox is going to be running it pretty well every time, so they're not worried about the pass, Tom. They're just bringing everybody up at the line.
Got 6 on that one, Ed. It's second down and 4. So Rhett Sharon averaging that's been his average all year, and he's about hitting it tonight with that 6-yard average. Second down, about 4. Football setting up about the 15-yard line, maybe the 14. Here's Reese. And in motion, Sharon. Going to keep it himself. Not that time. Boy, that was a really nice play by South Spencer. They knocked him backward. Third down.
Well, they're just sending everybody, Tom. I mean,
We got some score updates, by the way. Mater Dei now wins 56-0 over Crawford County. Forest Park now leading at 9-0 over Tell City in the fourth quarter. If that score holds up, the Rangers would come to North Knox next week. 7:56 left to go. 42-14, Warriors lead. Right now, Forest Park 9-0 leaders. So they got a field goal to make it 9-0. Hellman. Reese going to hand off inside Dotes. Holtman up the middle. He's got some yardage. He's going to go to the end zone. He gets in. Touchdown. Warrior touchdown. Holtman Dodes, third touchdown of the game, his second on the ground.
Yeah, nice run. That what was that, 20 yards, Tom?
Yep, about a 20-yard run. Actually more like 15, I think. 15-yarder.
Yeah.
So a 15-yard run.
I can't see the markers over there. You just can't tell where they are.
7:37 left to go in the game, and the Warriors put another touchdown on the board. They lead at 48-14, pending the Dodes extra point. Going to kick that one, and
didn't look good that time.
And it's going to be short. He's kicking against the wind, Ed. I think that's what it is.
That was it. They were going for the block.
So
48-14.
So the Warriors lead it, as you mentioned, at 48-14. Scoreboard update presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. Score a great deal with Yoakum Chrysler Dodge, just off Hart Street in Vincennes. North Davies 34, Eastern Green 8. Out of fourth quarter score. West Washington 28, Springs Valley nothing. North Central over Rock Creek Academy 26-6. Tecumseh now leading Perry Central 15-14. That a little bit of a surprise tonight. Linton 48, North Posey nothing. Mater Dei 56-0 final. Forest Park, as we mentioned, 9-0 over Tell City. Heritage Hills easily over Corydon. Salem and Gibson Southern tied at 14. That's a little bit of a surprise. Brown County wins. Vincennes Lincoln up 14-6 over Sullivan. That's a fourth quarter score. Edgewood over Washington 34-12. Princeton 7, Owen Valley nothing.
Lincoln is much better than their record indicates.
And that ball is going to be falling on that one at the 30-yard line, 31.
He thought he was in the pros. He got up and started running.
Yeah, that was a line drive kick again, Ed, but that time he just fell on top of it.
Yeah.
Couple other scores. Central 21, Wrights 14. That's still a tough game going on right now in Evansville. Boonville 28, Harrison nothing. Jasper over Northview now 21-0. So right now, Ed, it looks like if scores hold, North Knox and Forest Park next week back at Warrior Stadium. Forest Park beat Tell City last week. They're 14-0. They're leading 9-0 now in the fourth quarter. They were up 6-0 and they got a field goal to make it a 9-0 game. Kobe Bartlett. Brendan Moore beside him, man in motion. Moore going to get the football. He's going to go outside. He's going to run right into a stone wall that time. Ethan Haig was there, and then to finish it off was Dylan Wolf. And also, I believe, Troy Nolan.
Yeah, he was lucky.
Actually, Bo Nolan make that.
He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, North Knox had that hole plugged up and plugged up hard. 7:14 left to go in the game. 48-14 Warriors.
They're doing,
Here's Bartlett. Going to roll out left. He's going to look to throw. Fires it downfield, and it's incomplete.
Ooh.
Reese Hamilton had a shot at that one. He's able to break it up. He's looking for his intended receiver. It's a kind of
just kind of overran.
Worst part of that, Jackson Roth. But Jackson Roth tried to get that one in. It was me third down. 7:01 left to go in the game. Warriors lead 48-14. Right now, if scores hold, North Knox and Forest Park at Warrior Stadium next week. Despite some mistakes in the first half, the Warriors are very close to winning their way back home next week. Bartlett, third down. He's fumbled the football. Now he picks it up. He'll throw it downfield. He's got a wide open man. It's going to be caught. Down the sideline, Roth. He's going to go in for the touchdown.
That was an easy one again.
He was able to outrun the coverage that time, and Jackson Roth got the ball. So that's the third big play touchdown of the game for the South Spencer Rebels. That's a 70-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, Levi Brocksmith I don't know what he was looking for, but it wasn't the receiver.
6:50 left to go in the game, and a nice pass play by Kobe Bartlett to Jackson Roth.
Well, you can bet your bottom dollar that if things hold as they are now, that Forest Park will be throwing the ball.
It's very, very likely.
Yeah.
Here's the kick. That's going to be long enough, and that is going to be good. I believe it is. 48-21 to score. North Knox leads it, so South Spencer will kick it away. 6:50 left to go in the game. Warriors that close to advancing back home to take on what right now seems like the Forest Park Rangers. So another team out of the PAC. South Spencer a PAC team, and it looks like the North Knox is going to look at another one. Well, actually, they will either way, Tell City or Forest Park, but they saw Forest Park 2 years ago, and the Rangers won, in fact, in the opening round that year. Tecumseh 15, Perry Central 14. Tight game still in the third period. North Central over Rock Creek Academy. West Washington winning over Springs Valley.
Well,
North Davies.
They're gonna onside kick again.
Yep, hands team this time up for the Warriors. So everybody with good hands, the receivers and the defensive backs up there. So let's see if he does. They've already recovered one.
Well, that's the only way they're going to get back in the game, really.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to kick it, and the Warriors are going to catch it. And that time, catching the ball, and I'm really glad he did that time, was Rhett Sharon. I thought it was Bunty at first, but that was Rhett Sharon. He was able to catch the ball just kind of like a pop-up on the infield. He ran it back about 5 yards, and it went down to 45.
Yeah, North Knox has got good field position.
Yeah.
It's right a little over the 45, so.
48-21 Warriors, 6:46 left to go. Big plays, both ends tonight, Ed. Almost every touchdown. Well, we've seen a couple of sustained drives, but for the most part, it's been big play touchdowns on both sides.
Yeah, it has been. It hasn't been one of those defensive struggles that we've seen.
Well, we've seen a few of those tonight.
Yeah.
Again, the other half of this bracket looks like it is a defensive struggle.
Yeah,
9-0 to score.
Yeah, this one looks like it's a basketball game.
Pretty close, too. Here's Reese Hamilton. First and 10 at the 45. Hamilton hands it off up the middle. Rhett Sharon. He's going to go down just near midfield. Got 4 more. It'll be second down and 6.
Yeah, Tom, it just can't. I mean, the way it is that they've just decided that they're not going to let North Knox get big runs, and they end up bringing just about everybody but 2 people.
That sustained drive, Ed, kind of the ground and pound thing that North Knox has been doing. You know what they're going to do. Now try to stop it.
Yeah.
Second down and 6. And they don't need to do anything else. They still got a 3-touchdown lead. Here's Reese. Hamilton hands off Dotes. Holtman pushes through, got a little bit of yardage. He's going to go forward into South Spencer territory, down about to 47. He'll be about a yard or 2 short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short. 5:53 and counting. Warriors lead it by 27, 48-21. Be 3rd down and 3, actually, so a little bit longer than I thought. 3rd down and 3. So 3rd down and 3, 5:36 left. Warriors that close to advancing to the second round for the second straight year. Here's Reese. Hamilton hands it off up the middle. Sharon. Rhett going to push forward. Got the first down. He's past the 45. Down about to 43. Just very methodical at 13th first down for the Warriors. And all they're doing is what they got to do. Just keep on getting first downs and chewing up clock. Ball sitting up right now to 42. 5:13 and counting. Left to go in this one. North Knox about ready to take that 2-hour trip home. A successful winner, 48-21. They lead it right now. Reese Hamilton. Rhett Sharon off to his left. Man in motion, Holdman Does. Pitches it outside to Holdman. He's going to look. He's going to try to run. Now he does. He tried to pick his hole and got splattered down about the 40-yard line, so he still picked up about 5 or 6.
No, I think he got about 2 there.
Oh, he got
Tom.
2, make it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess my depth perception's off. It was a gain of 2.
This justifies what you were talking about, not being able to see a few minutes ago.
4:31 left to go here.
This just confirmed it.
Thank you. 4:31 left to go. Actually, maybe in a gain of about one. I'm going to call it a half again.
Yeah.
1.5. I mean, that's about what it was.
You had your magnifying lens on when you said 5.
Second down. Give it a long 8. Here's Reese. Reese Hamilman at quarterback. Now handoff to Sharon, right up the middle, going to push forward. He's got the yardage back down near the first down. He's got it to the 35.
Looks like he maybe got about 6.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty close. Maybe third down
7.
about, 2 maybe?
Yeah,
yep, third down about
like
2.
Got 5, yeah.
Yep, third down along 2. 3:52 left to go. The Warriors that close to advancing on to the second round for the second year in a row.
North Knox is doing exactly what they need to do here. Just eat the time up. The clock is.
That's their enemy right now. It's the clock.
And you see, it's not a situation where even South Spencer could call timeouts to try to stop them.
Here's Reese. Hamilman keeps it himself. He's going to push forward first down. He's going to go forward. He'll get pushed backward at the 30-yard line, so that'll be a first down again.
He got the first down.
Looks like he did. They're going to move the sticks. So that's North Knox's 14th first down. 3:21 left to go as they move the chains. Warriors just trying to put this one in the icebox and move on next week. Right now, it looks like the Forest Park Rangers are going to win over Tell City for the second week in a row. And it'll be North Knox and Forest Park, it looks like, right now at Warrior Stadium next week. That would be a 7 o'clock start more than likely. First and 10 Warriors. Here's Reese. Hamilman ends up in the middle. Rhett Sharon, he's going to go forward. He'll go down to about the 28. So a short gain that time. 2:48 left to go. Gain of 1, second down and 9. Second down and 9. This is good experience for Rhett Sharon. I mean, like I said, playing, in the nitty-gritty time against teams like Linton and playing again, in this situation tonight with the game kind of out of reach, but not really badly so. This is good experience for the sophomore.
No, I think it is. I mean, you have to see next year he'll be
the
one
featured
of the main,
guy,
the main players.
He'll be one of the featured guys back there. This Reese Hamilman now. Second down and 9. Reese, handoff outside Dode. Soldman on the jet sweep, turning left to it. Try to turn, does. Down the sideline, he's going to go in. Touchdown, Warrior touchdown. So Holtman Dodds takes it in from 29 yards out. That is his 4th touchdown of the game, 3rd on the ground. So a 29-yard touchdown run out of Holtman Dodds with 2:05 left to go in the game. And the North Knox Warriors had another touchdown as insurance. They lead it now 54-21.
Tom, you look at this situation, and when they've run it outside, they've been very effective. They've been trying to run inside, and
that kick looked a lot better, and it is good.
Even into the wind.
Yeah, that one really did a good job. Now the wind's kind of died down a bit.
Yeah.
To be honest, but still.
Yeah, but you can see North Knox is, when they take the ball outside, the way South Spencer was jamming up the inside so much, had 9 players in there.
Yeah.
There just wasn't much they could do when that play came about.
Well, North Knox is more athletic, and we were able to get outside with Holtman Dodds, who's an athletic kid to start with.
Well, they're fast.
Yeah, on that jet sweep,
They just, flag. They got one against the coaching staff over here, I think.
So that flag was thrown up in the air. What was that? Was it about maybe 20 yards?
I think it was some of the coaches were saying some things.
That flag went about 20 yards in the air.
Yeah.
That referee has an arm.
He wants if he's not careful, the coach is going to get another one.
Well, he picked it up, so. I think that's more of a warning flag, I guess.
I don't know, Tom.
I've never heard that one.
I never have either.
They're going to kick it away. That'll be right down the middle of the field. It's going to go about to the 15-yard line, 20, 25, 30, 35, right to the 40-yard line. It'll go down there like a lumberjack felling a tree.
Yeah, there was a collision.
Braden Hazlip right on the end of that tackle.
That was a pretty good collision right there, Mo.
And
Brendan
I'm not sure who that is.
Was that number 60? That
52, I think. Look like number 52. I'm not sure.
Whoever it is, he's seeing 3 numbers.
I think so. 1:57 left to go, and the Warriors going to close out or put the bow on this one. 55-21, they lead it. Kobe Bartlett pitches it outside. They're going to take it to Moore down the middle. Got some yardage. He's going to go to the 50. Still on his feet, 45. And he's going to push his way forward all the way down to the 35-yard line. Well, I tell you what, Dad, that was more frustration than anything else. He carried like 4 or 5 different North Knox Warriors with him.
Yeah, that was his longest run of the game, 25 yards.
So, Brendan Moore, to find him. Here's a pitch outside again. Moore going to look from the 35. He gets outside 30, and he'll get another first down up to 25, 24-yard line. So, again, nice hard running. So, Brendan Moore is a senior. This is his final game.
Yeah, so you can see they're trying to get him some.
Well, he didn't get a first down. He got 9 on that one, second down. 1:26 left. Final game for Brendan Moore, and boy, he's played pretty well in that final game. He had some really nice moves. Bartlett, a junior, he'll be back. Here's Bartlett outside now. He's going to give it off to Moore again. He'll get hit that time. He got the first down at the 20, so in the red zone. So in the red zone for the third time, South Spencer 0 for 2, 1:10 left to go. Ball right inside the 20. Clock warning, 1:03 left to go. The Warriors that close to moving on to a second-round game next week at home against, it looks like, Forest Park. Pitch is outside. No, he's going to hold on to a nice play in the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked off that time and a touchback as Reese Hamelman picks it off. And, Ed, that is the first turnover on either team in this game.
It is, Tom, and thanks for reminding me. Turn over your injury rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fenwick at Quest Orthopedics. Get answers, get results, get Quest.
So the North Knox Warriors get that first turnover. Thank you very much, Quest Orthopedics, for sponsoring the turnovers tonight and all through the season. Ed, the Warriors probably going to have to genuflect a couple of times, and that should do it.
Yeah, I think so. I don't see any reason to try to do any more than that.
So the Warrior fans, and there were a lot of them who came out here tonight, look like they're going to go home happy as the Warriors have won their way back home. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to jump on the football, they're going to kneel down, and the Warriors are going to advance. At times, Ed, it wasn't pretty. At times, it looked extremely impressive, but either way you look at it, the North Knox Warriors are going to win it by the final score of 55-21. As they're going to win it. One more kneel down, it looks like, out of Reese Hamelman. And the Warriors are going to walk away winners. 21 seconds left to go. 55-21 will be the final score. The North Knox Warriors win over South Spencer and will come back home for the second round of the IHSAA sectional tournament in sectional 40. Final 5 seconds running down with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is it. The game is over. The Warriors win it. 55-21 the final. They will move on to round 2 Friday night at Warrior Stadium. We'll be back with the Graber postgame show coming up after this 2-minute break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR Bicknell, Vincennes, and WUZR.com.
Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services in Bicknell is the hometown healthcare team you can always count on. As a local family-owned and operated healthcare facility, Guardian Angel takes great pride in serving you, your family, and friends. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services supports local organizations and events, businesses, schools, and youth sports. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services, where your care is their business. Have a great season, North Knox Warriors.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamelman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Farming isn't easy. If it were, everybody would be doing it. Irrigating your fields, however, can be easy with a call to Ileana Irrigation, your local Reinke dealer. With innovative products like the Reinke Touch Screen Control Panel and Navigator GPS systems, the irrigation professionals at Ileana Irrigation are ready to provide you with a dependable, easy-to-use Reinke system that will add yield and profit to your operation. Farming isn't easy, but partnering with Ileana Irrigation and Reinke is an easy choice to make. Reinke, more right than rain at Ileana Irrigation, your local irrigation experts. Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
Welcome back once again here to South Spencer High School. The North Knox Warriors win at 55-21. It is the Graber postgame show. Reminder, post up and score with Graber Post, located on the Odin Candleberg Road in Davies County. 55-21, the Warriors win it. Let's go ahead and take a look at how they scored. A big night for Holtman Dodds. He wound up with 4 touchdowns. 1 by pass, 3 by run. Holtman Dodds, the first touchdown, a 62-yard run, and he actually caught a two-point conversion to make it an 8-0 game. And then at 6:46 of the first quarter, North Knox broke it wide open on a pass play that was our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. With Richter beside him, and after he's come back to throw this time, he's going to look, fires it toward the end zone. Got a man open, caught, touchdown, Warrior touchdown. Holtman Dodds pulls it in. His second pass catch, that one a 27-yarder. And Dodds with a 27-yard touchdown pass, his only pass reception for a score. He made the extra point himself, making it 15-0. Then, at 11:40 of the second quarter of play, North Knox gets Reese Hamelman on an 80-yard touchdown run, a one-play drive, as he wound up opening up the second quarter, making it a 21-0 game. Then South Spencer made it interesting for about a 3 or 4 minute period. Will Madison scored on a 38-yard post pattern right down the center of the field. A great pass by Kobe Bartlett hit him right in stride. That made it 21-7. And then South Spencer got an onside kick after North Knox basically, I think the word for it, Ed, has had a brain cramp, and South Spencer able to recover. And then it was Jackson Roth in a 42-yard pass play on a 4th and 18 in the corner of the end zone that made it 21-14. But then, Ed, I'm going to bring you on this one. The play that I think really made the game for the Warriors, they came back right after that. Cole Richter made a 66-yard touchdown run to make it a 2-touchdown game, and it was never in doubt after that.
Yeah, I think North Knox just played with more I guess, urgency when it got a little bit close. They kind of got refocused.
And then Richter went in right at halftime. Again, another big touchdown, making it a 3-score game. It was pretty much academic after that, 35-14 at that point. Then North Knox, the only touchdown in the third period with a 1-yard run out of Cole Richter, 42-14. And then Holtman Dodds scored his 4th touchdown of the game. Actually, 3rd touchdown, my apology, of the 4 that he had, a 15-yard run. 48-14 at that point. South Spencer got one more, another big play pass, and a 70-yard touchdown pass to Jackson Roth, his second receiving touchdown. That made it 48-21, but then North Knox got back, made a final touchdown, the 4th of the evening out of Holtman Dodds, a 29-yard touchdown run to make it 55-21, and that was the final score. North Knox 14 first downs, 11 for South Spencer. North Knox was 3 of 4 in the red zone, I believe, this evening, if I'm correct on that, 3 of 4. South Spencer was 0 of 3, only 1 turnover, and that was late. That was an interception by Reese Hamelman in the end zone, and then the Warriors fell on the football a couple of times, and that was the final of the game. 7 penalties, 65 yards for the Warriors, 6 for 60 for the South Spencer Rebels. Ed, about the individual stats.
All right, Tom. First, we'll talk about Brendan Moore. In the second half, he ended up with 39 yards in the second half and a total of 78 yards for the game. He carried the ball 18 times, and, man, he really had to work hard for those 78 yards, one of them being the long one, that 25-yard one that he took late in the ball game. Will Stewart, he carried the ball 3 times for 4 yards, all in the first half. Cameron Wigan carried it 1 time in the first half for 3 yards. Colby Bartlett, the quarterback, he carried the ball 13 times for -4 yards total, and he had 0 yards in the first half and -10. He ended up with -4 for the ball game. The passing, Bartlett did really a nice job from that standpoint. That's where the real bright spot in the game for them. He was 8 of 19 for 204 yards. He ended up with
and 3 touchdowns at that.
Yeah, he did a really nice job throwing the ball. He had 97 yards in the first half, 107 in the second half. When we look at South Spencer total, they had 46 yards rushing in the first half, 35 rushing in the second half for 81 for the game. Passing yards, 97 in the first half, 107 in the second half for 204, 8 of 19. Combined yardage, rushing and passing, they had 143 in the first half, 142 in the second half for 285 yards. North Knox, on the other hand, they had a nice overall ball game when you look at the score, but there's some gaps there that we'll talk about, I'm sure, with the coach when he comes over. But Cole Richter ended up, carrying the ball 18 times for 168 yards. He only had 35 of those yards in the second half. Holtman Dodds had 59 yards in the second half, 130 for the game. Rhett Sharon had 32 all in the second half on 9 carries. Dodds had 9 carries as well. Zach Boyles carried it once for 4 yards. And Reese Hamelman, he carried the ball 13 times, Tom, for 144 yards, 47 in the second half. Reese Hamelman, he threw the ball 6 times, completed 3 of those for 35 yards. Rushing yards, 301 in the first half, 177 in the second half, 478 for the game. They moved the ball up and down the field, Tom.
Yeah.
Passing, 35 in the first half, none in the second half, so a total of 3 of 6 for 35 yards. North Knox combined rushing, passing, first half 336, second half 177 for a total of 513 rushing and passing yards in the game versus 285 for South Spencer.
So the Warriors, again, Ed, as we've seen them do, they ran for a quarter mile again tonight.
Yeah, they did a nice job in that situation, and I think that's what they're, that's what bread and butter. That's what got them here.
So again, the North Knox Warriors win at 55-21. They wind up advancing, and head coach Josh Chambers joins us. We'll take a break after we get done with head coach Chambers. And coach, I tell you what, it was kind of the best of times, worst of times tonight. In a lot of ways you dominated, but yet you were able to do it. But there were still a few mental mistakes that I think that you have to kind of iron out.
2 blown coverages. That's the mental mistakes. We had 2 blown coverages. At the end of the ball game, they just kind of had us outmanned. We had all of our young guys in. And they had seniors on a couple young. But in that second quarter when we gave up 5 minutes worth of defense and special team stuff, we got somebody that doesn't cover up a kick. We had a freshman out there.
Yeah. Well, he had his eye on it. He just didn't dive on it.
He just didn't pull the trigger. And that's tough. Until you've been in that situation. So we talked to him about it. We rotated an older kid in.
Yeah.
They tried it again. We covered it. And, execution offensively tonight, we were just downhill, and that was the game plan. We didn't really feel like they were going to be able to slow us down up front, so we weren't going to mess around and try to throw it all over them unless we had to. We worked that into the game plan, of course, but we really felt like if we got downhill and we got downhill quick, that they were really going to struggle with the physical side of it. And our kids were able to do that. Our O-line was moving people tonight. We had just bodies.
Yeah.
We were able to run sweep, power, counter, and trap. with a very good average.
Well, they just stacked things in.
Yeah.
Really they were rushing 8 and 9 people.
Yeah. And what happens is when you play your linebackers that close to the line of scrimmage as they were, they get caught in a blocking scheme.
Yeah.
So they really struggle, especially as good as our kids read it and get downhill. They open up one seam in that and you got big runs. We ran our first sweep and they had all 11 players inside of our tight end.
Yeah.
So we just ran that first sweep and we ran a toss.
Oh, the pitch was really a good one.
Yeah.
The pitch was
and
a good
then,
play.
kids come over, hey, they're not covering us with a safety. Okay, well then we will get play action passing game going.
Yeah.
And we threw that ball over the top to Holtman and that really loosened them up a bunch.
Yeah.
And we started hitting trap lanes really well. And then by the time we got into that third quarter, it was going to be about, okay, let's just get some clock off of there. Just get the clock out of there. We're comfortable with our passing game in terms of throwing the shallow routes and hitting the flats, but I just didn't want to have to get into where this game was lengthening out. It's a 2-hour drive back home, and we were already well in hand. We have to fix the coverage issues on those 2 plays.
Yeah.
And essentially what it was a lack of communication. We send a play in, and nobody translates that across the field. So we got one kid running one coverage, another kid running another one.
Yeah, I thought the first one, that was...
that's just stuff that a veteran team like that, we haven't made those mistakes in. It's like Sullivan all over again, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what it reminded me of. It was even the same route patterns. They ran a little post off of play action. We didn't hit the kid off the line on trips, sent him right to the middle of the field. Safety didn't climb, linebacker didn't cover.
Yeah.
And then they just ran a little out and up on the outside. The corner jumped the down route and the safety jumped the down route.
Yeah.
And then they just run the wheel up the sideline. So those things there we can't give up at this point. But again, our kids, what I love about this team is they're unflappable.
Yeah.
They don't get two-way one way or the other.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we made a mistake. Coach Chambers isn't happy. He's out here ripping our tails, but we're just going to fix it. And that's what they did. So we had, again, 2 possessions there where they probably had 90% of their offensive production for the night.
I have to ask you this, though. That touchdown by Cole Richter right before halftime, did that kind of take a little bit of the sting out of the halftime chat?
Yes. What I was proud of our kids, we've been huddling a lot, just slowing things down. And what our kids were able to do there, we went right into no huddle. We were running plays in. We were running personnel in. We threw a few passes. We did a couple nice things there. And I was real proud of our kids about the speed at which we were running everything.
Yeah.
So that is a bonus because there was only, 2:30 left when we started that. And we're able to move the ball, get a play in before they set the first down, ready for the next play. We're running personnel in and out of power and in and out of our pistol and spread looks. And the kids just did that seamlessly while we're running stuff in and out, no huddle. So again, those are things that when you're looking at your football team and your crispness and all the stuff you need to do to be successful, scoring right there goes a long way towards the score tonight because they had just had a big play and they had done those things. We get the ball right back and we manufacture points and only leave them about 10 seconds in the half, and we do it with all less than 3 minutes. That's exactly what we needed to do.
One more stat. Troy Nolan didn't punt the ball tonight.
That's exactly right. The only time they stopped us was when we penaltied our way out of a touchdown. Down here. And again, one of those was just a physical penalty. They called a block in the back on a trap block. That's a trap.
The guy turns around.
And I talked to the official about it. I said, hey man, we're just running counter.
Yeah.
That's a defensive end. That's just a kick out. That's in every language, that's a legal block. And he said, he's got to let him go once he gets wide. I said, the kid, he kicked him out and maintained contact. So, but those are just things that, it is what it is. It didn't really affect the game, but I sure would have liked to have had the running clock in the third quarter.
Yeah.
That would have made this second half a whole lot quicker and, but it just didn't work out that way, and that's all right.
Well, let's get down to brass tacks. I don't know if you saw the scores or not, but for the second straight week, it was defensive battle at Forest Park beat Tell City 9-0. So you got Forest Park next week at home.
Yeah, that's great. We are looking very forward to playing at North Knox. So, Coach Ross Foose at Forest Park, he's a great guy. He's a great coach. He's got a great football team. So we're looking forward to that competitive battle. And again, we're excited to be playing this thing at home. Proud of my guys. We got to put together a game plan this week.
You'll be even more glad of that just about the time you get home.
I guarantee we will.
7-3 versus 6-4. Next week you go to 7-3 on the year. You'll get 6-4 Forest Park coming up next week at Warrior Stadium. I tell you what, with the traveling, group that you had tonight, I mean, that was a really big group for a 2-hour trip. Imagine what it's going to be like playing at home next week.
We're super excited. Our fans have been great. These kids, they've done a fantastic job. And again, we've played good football all year. So it's real nice to come and watch that when you know that these games are going to be football games. And so proud of my guys, proud of everybody in the community that comes out to support us.
Great crowd coming following you.
We may have had as many people here as what they did on this side,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something to be proud of as a community.
By the way, I wanted to mention one other score. Vincennes Lincoln 21, Sullivan 20. So they wound up winning tonight. So
I knew that
good night for
would be
Knox
tight,
County.
So, yeah, absolutely.
So good night for Knox County. Coach, congratulations. We'll see you Thursday at the Bicknell McDonald's.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that is head coach Josh Chambers. We'll be back to wrap things up after this 90-second break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services in Bicknell is the hometown healthcare team you can always count on. As a local family-owned and operated healthcare facility, Guardian Angel takes great pride in serving you, your family, and friends. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services supports local organizations and events, businesses, schools, and youth sports. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services, where your care is their business. Have a great season, North Knox Warriors.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamelman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
No, don't knock that off again.
Back once again here at South Spencer. One final time, North Knox wins it by the final score of 55-21 with Ed Elliott. I'm Tom Lee. Time for the Ileana Irrigation Something More Award tonight, our star of the game, presented by Ileana Irrigation. And Ed, who do you got tonight?
It seemed to me like he did it in receiving and running. I thought Holtman Dodds.
You know, what's funny is they put 55 points up on the board. Holtman Dodds had 4 touchdowns, and he also kicked extra points and caught a 2-point conversion. So he's responsible for maybe 60% of the points.
Yeah, I think so. Now you have to, he can't do it all by himself. There are a few people that
he
made
came pretty close.
Yeah, he did. But I thought he was just a little step above tonight.
So again, that's your Ileana Irrigation Something Extra Award. Ed, great to have you with us again. We'll see you next Friday night, the Warriors in round 2 against the Forest Park Rangers. We want to thank you all for joining us. Great job. James, excellent. We will see you Thursday. The Bicknell McDonald's get you ready. North Knox and Forest Park. Round 2 of the IHSAA sectionals at Warrior Stadium. Again, we'll have that one for you probably, I would think, is 7 o'clock start time a week from tonight. Until we get together next time, have yourself a great weekend. Final 55-21, North Knox moves on to round 2 of the IHSAA sectional 40. Have yourself a great evening. Until next time, I'm Tom Lee saying so long from South Spencer.